Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Holy cow, we're on the internet live. It's happening.
Oh.
It's happening. Hello, friends. We're talking about video games. Yeah, there's all kinds of video games happening these days. Taylor is trying to play video games. I'm watching people play video games. Zed and Josh, you two are podcasting about playing video games. Yeah, Kurt's been streaming video games. Grace, do you play any video games?
I play video games, yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
I also am not. I do play video games. I'm just trying to get myself to play more. Not trying. I know how to play video games.
Good. You do. I know
can
you do.
that.
Now, interestingly, I'm playing video games, but I don't know how to play video games.
That's fair. Depends on the game.
Yeah.
Cool. This is not a video game. We will play Dungeons and Dragons tonight, and I'm super excited about it. In space.
Dragonfly.
Yeah, so we were missing a bunch of you last week. We have your beautiful faces back again. I'm very excited to regroup, round up. Yeah, that's a good one. I love that
my
face.
beautiful face.
I love that face. Cool. So how is everybody? How's everybody's week been?
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Great.
great.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah,
Tuesday.
it's early.
It's
Nope.
Tuesday.
It is Tuesday. I always ask this from the perspective of I haven't seen you since last week. But I've seen all of you since last week, so that's a total misnomer. Hey, how about that D&D the musical? I think all of us hang out over in the post-show recap parts of the internet.
My God.
It was a great day.
Absolutely amazing.
Great day.
It was a great day.
It's a great
What am I gonna do? I went for a long walk around my neighborhood today, listening to the musical as I strolled, and it was indeed a great
day.
It was great. Yeah, I just huge props to everybody who pulled that together. It was absolutely mesmerizing and amazing.
Todd, who wrote a lot of the lyrics, is trolling us in the chat right now with "There was a D&D musical."
Mm-hmm.
For anybody out there, give Todd some love. Todd's a masterful writer. First of all, Todd, thank you for subscribing again. I love you, man. But it just, I can't overstate how great the writing was. All of it. The production, it was so clean. Everybody was really just bringing it with the performances. But yeah, you carried some weight on the back end, Todd. Well played, man.
People singing in character blew me away.
It was amazing.
Wow.
It was like theater. It was definitely like theater.
Yeah.
Oh, what did I do?
I can't wait to listen to it.
It's so good.
It's just going to be emerging and just know of everything that I love. So excited.
Yeah, it's extraordinary. It really is. Josh had asked me yesterday when we first fired it up, have I ever seen anything like this? And Critical Role has done stuff adjacent to this, but this is even beyond that. This is really, it was high end. It was an incredible sort of performance that went on there. Blown away. Cool. Yeah. But so tonight, I'm not going to sing. You all are welcome to. I could try, but it would be
I'll do it.
Excellent.
It's a great day.
Hey, it's the Batman.
Hey, Jude.
Oh God.
It's all right. I shouldn't sing the Beatles on your Twitch.
It's
Don't
okay.
wanna
I think,
Change it.
I think
I
that
don't think
one
they
line
caught
is
the
allowed.
tone.
Yeah, maybe not.
We missed the algorithm. Yeah.
Ironically, I hear that song now, and all I can think of is the Dark Tower. It's in the first book, the
sure.
gunslinger,
Yeah.
Roland shows up at this town, and they're all
Very
singing
different
this
context.
old song.
Yeah.
Hey, Jude, and it's so great. I love it.
Really terrifyingly used in that book too. That whole sequence is really dark.
Yeah.
For me, it's just marching band.
Marching band.
High school marching band. We did a Beatles medley for a big
Weird.
thing,
Sure,
and
and of
we
course
all.
you, like,
I
closed
was a
it out
flute
with
player,
each-
and we had to sing the part, and it was. It's on the internet somewhere. It's terrible, but
Amazing.
it's hysterical.
I'm going to need to find that, Taylor.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, I look it up just so I can be like, "Oh, there I go."
I too was in marching band. Maybe Josh can relate. I had to go to a marching band competition at Hofstra University. Our school was like big time, and so we were playing like Bridge Over Troubled Waters and like Three Dog Night and all this weird stuff. And I definitely just like froze up in the middle of the performance at Hofstra and stood in the middle of the field while like the whole band walked away from me with my trombone. And it was like one of the funniest experiences of my life to like revisit the video of this, of me alone just like powering through Bridge Over Troubled Water in the middle of like a full regulation football field while everybody walked away from me. You know, it was really like just
I think I shared this story on podcasts before, but in case I haven't, I'm just trying to relate to the idea of like something ridiculous happening that was caught on camera during like some sort of music performance in a school setting. My version of that, or one of my versions of that, was when I was a kindergartner or first grader, one or the other. It was the school lip sync. And my brother's friends, and they invited me along, where I like got brought in because of my mom. We did Michael Jackson's Black or White, which is a lot to talk about there. But one of the things that we did was we like slid down on the stage at one point and took our hats off and threw them into the audience.
yes.
And this kid whose name I remember, and I won't repeat on it, caught the hat and flung it back, and it winged me in the face, and like hit me in the eye. And you see me on video like stagger back and then scramble forward, and I like gave him the finger on stage.
Joshua.
And then afterwards walked off stage, and Miss Fry, one of the teacher's aides, walked past me and goes, "Somebody flipped the bird." And that's how I found out what it means to flip the bird. Anyway.
That feels like a very Long Island school experience. I don't know if that's like idiosyncratic to me, but yeah, that's wild, Josh.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that happened.
Cool. Well, you all are welcome to sing. To circle back, I'm not going to sing. Taylor,
Can we
if
flip
Luck's
the
like,
bird?
Yeah, definitely. It's like totally.
I held
totally
back. I held back.
allowed.
I've been very reticent to flip the bird in public ever since.
Yeah, I get it. That's a good question though. Does Jake have 5 fingers? Can he flip the bird? Does he like? Does he just have like cartoon
have
turtle
little-
paws?
Yeah.
Should we
hands
check
are
the
pretty.
art?
Little like.
I'm gonna
web
assume he's got the full 5.
Okay,
Well,
good.
the full 10. Let's
Yeah,
count
yeah,
both
yeah.
hands.
Yeah, sure.
So-
webs.
No, they're human. Just like minotaurs have the humanoid hands, but the cloven feet. The turtle has the human hands and
Okay.
Yeah.
the turtle feet.
Turtle feet.
All right.
Turtle feet.
The Turtle's Feet is a great upcoming chapter.
Yeah. For
When
real.
he gets to 4th level, he's going to add a turtle feet.
Take
so.
a turtle feet.
He's
Yeah.
gonna take a turtle.
I was thinking along the same lines.
Okay. Now we're ready. That's what I needed. That's that's the transition I was looking for. So yeah, you guys were in here last week, Taylor, Kurt, Josh. Do you have any questions? Is there anything we should go over? I shall give a quick recap, but is there anything specifically that you would like to refresh on or
I do
regroup
want to
about?
just get like your version of what does a previously on Dragonfly look like. You know,
Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
Okay, excellent. So, I think to the matter at hand then. Last week on Dragonfly, the Dragonfly itself, the ship carrying this intrepid crew through space, you landed on the planet Malpieti Prime, a land of grasslands, savannas, rolling hills, and rivers. And on coming down into kind of the atmosphere of this sort of grass-covered world, you saw from the sky a village, the remnants of it burning, some portion of it having been attacked quite recently. And so Asturias, the diplomat, winged tiefling, flew from the back of the ship to make contact with these villagers. And upon arriving, they were greeted with some measure of trepidation, though not hostility. They met the sort of leader of this community, a man named Beckett, who looked like a half-elf. And he explained that they had recently been attacked by a group called the Castovs. It was unclear whether or not these individuals were Castovs or if this was a formal, proper name. But nonetheless, he explained that recently, during the spring equinox, a child fell from the heavens, was brought down to the earth amidst starlight, and many of the villagers kind of thought that this boy, Ales, his name was, might have been a blessing from some gods beyond. Others were not so convinced, but nevertheless, Beckett sort of requested the assistance of the crew in retrieving this boy who was kidnapped by the Castovs, as it were, ogres who had been experimenting with magic and kind of mutating themselves into these insectoid monsters. And so while the Badman and Jake and Lux stayed with the ship itself, the Dragonfly, Rhea, Asturias, Doc, and of course the Professor, Reginald Frybottom, you traveled to the west into the low hills, tracking this band of raiders who had kidnapped this mysterious orphan. You found the caves where they had secreted themselves away and fought your way in, killing a number of these slightly mutated ogres, and ultimately finding one, Vragek, his name was, who had fully mutated himself into this enormous half-ogre, half-scorpion. And in the midst of a ritual to sacrifice this boy to grant his clan some dark powers, a hectic battle was fought. The ritual was interrupted. The boy was saved, and the crew of the Dragonfly, who was out on this mission that day, returned Alis to the village. And so as we pick back up tonight, I think that the crew, Rhea, Asturias, having just returned from this journey, you're all making your way back to the ship to regroup with the Badman and Jake and Lux, and you may tell your companions in your own words what transpired and what occurred. Alis was left behind at the village with Beckett and the other villagers, and they told you that they were so grateful you were all welcome to stay and celebrate with them. They would share what else they knew if you sought more information. And there was a great deal of curiosity about what this boy, who he was, what he was, and this notion that he fell from the stars. And so I think with that, the camera opens tonight as we see the small ship, seemingly so much smaller than it was in the void of space, sitting parked in the grasslands, kind of rivers rolling around it, as Rhea and Asturias, the pair of you making your way up the ramp into like the back loading area. I think you come upon Jake and Lux and the Badman, and the five of you are reunited after this day spent apart.
Hey guys, what happened? How'd it go?
We had to fight some ogres, and we got this kid.
We don't have a kid right now. He's back.
Is he
invisible?
No. We
Because
saved.
that's kind of my thing.
Okay, we saved a kid.
Well,
Pretty
that's
powerful
good.
kid though. He is. He's got a lot of healing it can do. Pretty special.
That's pretty cool.
As long as he's not invisible, this sounds great.
Oh yeah, special but not in the invisible way.
Good.
Yeah. He's not here.
Just to repeat, it's my thing, so I'd prefer it if he's not that. But that sounds great. Is he coming with us?
Do we have room for another traveler?
You know, I was thinking, you know, he is from somewhere, and maybe he wants to see where he's from, but we don't really know where that is. So I don't know if it makes sense to just, like, you know, you wouldn't just get in a ship and have no idea where you're going, right? Except if you were one of us, I guess.
Precisely what we do.
Yeah.
Jake inquires as to whether or not there was like if they have any like supplies for trade or for that we could acquire, because I think he's kind of appointed himself the quartermaster in terms of inventory and storage and just kind of keeping track on supplies.
Well, things were on fire when we got here.
We
so
don't
they're
want
not.
the
They're
sunfire.
not in the best shape.
Oh, the town.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Did you put it out?
Well, it was
Fire.
sort of out by the time we got there. Mostly just smoldering. So.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well,
I forget, Rich. Was this because so we had a list from our patron,
Mhm.
whose name slips my mind.
Yavanna.
Yvonne, that's right.
Yavanna go to space.
Yvonne, remember that.
yeah.
And so we had a list of places to check out. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
And was this one of them, or was this just where we happened to be when we were ambushed by oozes and?
This was one of them, and it was also where you happened to be. It was very close to where you were ambushed by the oozes when you found this dead space whale, right? But the information that you were able to kind of extract from the sphere of knowledge that Yavanna kind of imparted on you to orient you on this journey through the heavens essentially described Malpiedi Prime as a world ruled by an imperial monarchy of ogres. Who are quite sophisticated, cultured individuals with old magics. And it was noted that there's a great deal of like extraplanar anomalies here, and that this was a world where there were suspected gates to far realms and other planes that might be found and identified, located.
So like somewhere on this planet, there's like a New York City, but we landed in North Dakota.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, absolutely.
No offense to anybody from North Dakota.
I
No,
love
we
the
stand
Dakotas.
Dakota. Yeah.
We stand the Dakotas.
so yeah, are we just gonna leave this boy here and just kind of maybe come back and check on him in a while, or?
So, Rich, we had discussed last week, like, possibly bringing him with us, right? Like, that was the
Yeah,
potential
there
we were
was-
talking about?
Yes, there was a conversation about possibly bringing them with you, as well as the fact that Vragak, this like scorpion ogre, escaped. Right, he fled as you all interrupted the ritual. He like kind of ran from the cave, and so Beckett was kind of like concerned that that he might return, to like get the boy again. So there was a conversation about like who is he, what is his deal. He had some powerful healing magic at his disposal, and so do you take him with you? Do you go after Vragik? Do you try to make contact with the Imperial leadership here and like see what's up with these planar anomalies? These were the conversations at hand as we kind of left.
Right. Yeah.
Who's the bad ogre?
Yeah.
Tell me more about him.
He's been like doing experiments, and so he's like part scorpion now. He's really gross, super big and gross. We were in these caves. We fought a bunch of stuff, lots of ogres. He ran away after we stopped this weird
Coward.
ritual thing.
Sounds like a coward.
Yeah.
So maybe we should go track him down to make sure he doesn't come
Track down the
back.
coward. No one attacks a kid and runs away.
Yeah,
Not-
that's pretty not
not
cool thing to do.
Not on the Badman's watch.
Do you guys think we should take the kid with us?
Put the kid in harm's way? Absolutely. Could be a very good distraction.
Yeah,
I
kid
think-
as bait. That's a familiar tactic.
I think we should probably leave him at the village when we go after the ogre. But if he wants to come with us, like, go travel through space, that'd be kind of cool. Sure, he would like it.
You could always use another friend.
Yeah, who wouldn't want to travel through space?
If we don't think he'll be safe in the village, the professor could watch him.
Yeah.
I think that we
You
hear
think
the
he'll be safe with the professor?
Wait a minute.
Just no ballistas, and then it'll be fine. Just don't show him how to use the ballista. It'll be
He was pretty clear that it was an accident.
He
Yeah.
did make a sweeping declaration last week that he's done with trigger weapons.
He said he would not use them forever. We said maybe just if we ever need you to again, maybe
Like,
you
take
know,
a,
don't commit to forever. You know.
yeah.
This is why the
Yeah.
Badman doesn't like guns.
Yeah.
So,
Hmm.
we want to take the kid and go after Ragged.
No. Well, where did he? Is he still on this planet, or did
Yeah,
he?
he's hanging out with Beckett. You know.
Well, no, the ogre.
Oh yeah, I don't think he can fly.
Well, then let's leave the kid at the village and just
Yeah.
go track down the ogre.
We don't want to give the ogre another chance to take him again.
Yeah, we want to take the kid.
Yeah, but I don't really think it's a good idea.
When
to
I
take
say
him...
it like that, it doesn't sound the way I want it to sound.
Yeah.
So what do you want to do? It sounds like you're planning on
Let's
heading
go
back.
hunting ogres.
Yeah.
Ogre scorpions. You gotta hunt.
Ogre
Yeah,
scorpion.
yeah.
Were there any ogres in the village like that weren't part of the cast-offs?
Interestingly enough, the village seemed to be made up of humans and like half elves. So you're about like half a mile outside of the village where you had landed, right? Like you guys kind of stayed back as you were coming down because you didn't know what you were coming into, and Asturias had like flown out there by themselves. So yeah, I think that like the evening is like starting to settle in. Do you want to head back to the town, or how do you guys want to proceed? You tell me. I think we hear in the background the dulcet tones of Professor Reginald Frybottom and Doc probably like bickering a little bit up in the cabin, Waffle like clanking and clattering around. Legend.
You know, I'm interested. They invited us, to come and hang out. I'd be, interested in seeing, if they have any traditions or, we could chat maybe about religion. If we wanted to go.
I believe the diplomat code of conduct is we should accept their invitation. We should probably not talk about religion.
It's a popular topic with everyone.
Did you say is there like food and stuff? Probably, right?
Yeah.
Food?
Okay,
New people?
okay.
That
I
sounds
promise.
great.
They
I
have juice
promise I
marbles.
won't talk. I won't talk about religion.
And we see like Ray.
Yeah,
like,
pamphlets. Yeah.
Great.
Okay, it's a deal.
Okay.
Okay, so what do y'all want to do?
Should I bring Jeffrey?
Oh, yeah.
All right, Jeffrey, come on.
The Batman hacks up a fur ball, and Jeffrey the cat comes spewing out. And so now Jeffrey, the familiar, shall be joining us for this journey.
And Jake's gonna grab some random goods from storage that we could probably do without to see if there's any trade opportunities?
I mean, you have all the like Kindori parts
Yep.
that you harvested. You have all this kind of space whale meat and etc. Yep.
Oh, it would be rude to not show up to a party without some food. So let's bring some whale meat.
Smart. Like the way you think, Jake.
We'll
Good
have
thinking.
a whale of a good time.
Oh my god, I think I just realized I've been so rude to every party host I've ever. I never bring food. Is that true? You gotta bring food.
It is basically understood. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bring something for the host.
In the diplomat code of conduct.
You have a
Does Jeffrey-
pamphlet?
Here's some literature.
We should, yeah.
Does Jeffrey count as food? That's what I want to know.
Try it. See what happens.
Okay,
Only
so
I can eat Jeffrey.
So we see Jake kind of like gathering up some of the bundles of like this Kindori meat wrapped up in the whale flesh, where you all so surgically kind of like removed and packed it into the back of the ship. I think like out of the back of the Dragonfly's tail is like the classic ramp, like down to the ground. The grass is tall in this place as sort of a lot of you make your way off the back of the ship. The professor and Doc assure you like, we'll keep everything safe. Waffle clearly is going to hold this place down. And so, yeah, I guess the five of you begin walking. Jake, like, with the heaving kind of bundle over his shoulder, Rhea pamphlets in hand, Jeffrey striding, does he, like, rub your shins? There's a lot of, like, headbutting and rubbing as you go, or is he sort of independent feline?
No, he's very clingy. He loves to nuzzle, and like he's walking in this kind of way that's making it very difficult for the badman to walk, like just like kind of like darting in front of the path. It's about
Jeffrey, come on. I'm going to trip over you, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, this is one of these days you're going to get us both killed, Jeffrey. I'm just trying to walk. You just got to, come on, Jeffrey.
and so he's gonna pick up Jeffrey and put him over his shoulder and just like scratch him under the chin for the rest of the way. As Jeffrey's like gonna try and wriggle free, but the badman holds him tight.
I think Lux like comes up behind and like, hello. Like tries like pet his full nose.
Do you want to hold him?
Yeah, can I?
Yeah, of course, absolutely. Jeffrey, team mascot. Trying to get in some points for Jeffrey while Waffles isn't here.
Waffle be Jeffrey. Oh boy.
I mean, I think that I'm really the one who's making it a thing. They seemed like they got along pretty well.
The badman will give the purple cat over.
Just be careful. He really loves to. He's very wriggly.
Okay.
Is he like wet? I imagine he's just always wet.
Oh.
I think, unfortunately, he's probably a little bit damp.
Oh God.
Ugh.
But he smells like grapes, so it's not entirely unpleasant.
As I think the five of you are like striding, right? I think that we see this sort of the camera like pulling away the sight of the five of you, the cat, purple Jeffrey being like handed over to Lux, a little bit of sheen of the light like reflecting off of his fur. I think we see the sun kind of sinking low over the horizon, overly large, this sort of beautiful hues of pink and purple and orange casting out around the sky, the clouds sort of reflecting that. And why don't we have you all roll perception checks?
Ooh.
20!
My goodness.
So perceptive.
So
Strong
perceptive.
opener, Rhea. Lux and the badman are just focused all their energy on Jeffrey. Jake carrying this meat. It's kind of like awkward, there's a little bit of like juice probably leaking out on your shell. It's really disconcerting.
He's actually got it inside his shell,
Oh, my bad, of course.
but the juice is still leaking out of his shell, which is disconcerting.
That's even worse. So, Rhea, you're the only one. As you see kind of like off in the distance a little bit, I think you make out what looks like the sight of a tall figure, like similar in kind of scale and size to you, maybe a little bit taller, flying through the air. They seem to be standing on what appears to be like almost like a flat kind of board that's like waving on the front and on the back a little bit. And they kind of like fly past you heading towards the village of Banton.
Does it look like the same person we saw at the whale carcass?
Absolutely not. Nope. Definitely not. It's definitely like a bigger kind of scaled person, and the other one was like flying independently. This one seems to be like riding on whatever it is that they're standing on as they go.
I think Rhea's like, do you all see what I see? Do you see that?
What?
Right over there. Look.
Ooh.
She's pointing, but I don't know if they can see it. Somebody's going to visit.
I rolled a nat 1. I can't even like hear you.
What?
I'm like
Also,
flying, not paying attention.
I think Lux was she's like petting the cat and like looking into the beautiful colors of the sunset. And Rhea, I think if you like look back at Lux, her hair just like shifts just a little bit of the color of like the sunset, but it's like almost imperceptible. I think you catch
Not for
it.
a nat 20.
Exactly.
Yeah, really.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I think that, yeah, it's like a short walk, really. You know, you all kind of cover the distance. And as you're coming up on this small village, there's like a wooden kind of stockade fence around it, about like 10 feet tall. And you can see where half of it has been like smashed in. You smell that like fresh scent of burnt wood in the air, kind of blowing in the breeze at this point. You can see there are a couple of like fires, though not like burning houses out of control. We're talking about like controlled sort of campfires, torches, light illuminating, and the shadows of people kind of moving around as the lot of you begin approaching. And I think that you see there's like a cluster of individuals, again, these like humans and half-elves. They're all wearing very sort of simple garb, like rough spun sort of rustic clothes. And there's this one kind of like bearded looking half-elven fellow standing talking to what appears to be almost like a 9-foot tall, very kind of beautiful, sort of pale-skinned, luxurious, like long-haired, pointed-eared individual wearing these like elegant purple kind of velvet robes trimmed in gold, and yeah. And so I think that Asturias and Rhea, you two recognize Beckett, and like they're talking to this person. And Rhea, you realize this is the person who just flew in. You don't know who they are, but like this tall, kind of giant person it just arrived here. And yep.
We can all see this person.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, did they say they were going to? Are they having a party or a celebration or a dinner in our honor, or is this something that was happening anyway and we're just invited?
I think it's the latter.
I mean, it's a celebration at the return of Alis. Like, I think many people in this village perceive this child as like some kind of blessing from the gods, you know, and the fact that you return them. So in one sense, it is in your honor because you rescued this boy, but it's really in his honor. And so I'm just saying, the five of you have like a moment here as you're kind of approaching before you're like into the kind of group of these people. They're not really like, haven't recognized you yet. And you can kind of see this group as you're coming up, you know.
Have any of us seen this? So you said this person's like, who came in is like 9 feet tall?
Mm-hmm.
Can we tell, like, you know, what race they are?
They look like very elvish in certain ways. It's not like something that you've ever seen anywhere else before or recognized, you know. You've never seen an elf that looks like a giant like this.
Steers, I feel like you should. I mean, you, the diplomat. I'm intrigued. We should go talk. We should go talk to them.
To that person.
Whoa! Don't say that. People say, "Look at that thing" all the time. I say, "No."
What page of the diplomatic handbook
I
has
said person. I said person.
Okay.
Rich, can I roll a stealth check?
Absolutely, you can.
What do you have,
Absolutely,
rogue or
you
something?
can, Babin.
Okay. So 20.
Badman?
I think the badman, as everyone is like having this conversation, is nowhere to be seen. The badman has is trying to get close to the 9-foot tall person so that the badman can hear what is going on. But it's also trying to be very sneaky. So I think like the badman is just like sort of like belly crawling as close as possible towards the 9-foot person.
The grass is like very tall, right? So the badman like drops down, vanishing into the grass, and is like belly crawling, like kind of moving in between the individual blades of grass. You could barely even like see them moving. It's no different than the wind as you crawl in, and you're able to get like right up kind of to the edge of this group where you're laying in the grass, listening. And the other four of you kind of approaching. I think that you hear this figure Beckett, this half elf leader of the town, is saying like. It was the cast-offs. I know it was. They came out of nowhere, but they went back into the western hills. Some travelers arrived, and they helped us, but something needs to be done. You all do well enough to ignore us all year long until you come for your taxes. I don't really understand how you knew what happened so quickly and didn't send anything more than you for help. And I think we see this 9-foot figure like, certainly, Master Beckett, you understand. The Izantans have a great many matters at hand. The governance of a world is no small feat. We sent someone as quickly as we could, and so I have arrived. I mean, this fire was started only a day ago, was it not? I'm curious, though. You have not said what they took. And he's like, that's of no concern. They took whatever they could get their hands on before we drove them off, but, well, they destroyed enough. It'll take us months to rebuild what was burned and broken here. You and the rest of your royal house, you do well enough to come looking for gold, looking for your tithe. But there's no help during the rest of the times, when the rains don't fall, when the grass burns from the lightning. I mean, it's your fault that those cast-offs are out there to begin with, isn't it? I don't know if any of you want to drop, but yeah. Are we just listening?
I think that Lux would, like, just kind of nonchalantly, like, walk over, like, with this purple cat in her hands. Like, do any of you point out Beckett?
Sure. I think Asturias, as we're like walking over there, and they're like flying just a little bit above, would say, yeah, like, that's Beckett over there. That's the guy we talked to.
Oh, cool.
But
Great.
I've never seen.
The short one.
The short one.
Yeah.
I've never seen this person before.
I don't like recognize like the color of like the robes or any like sort of insignia on the tall person, do I?
Go ahead and make a history check. It's going to be a high DC.
19.
That's pretty high. I think that you probably would have like studied the sphere while you were waiting with the dragonfly to maybe like kind of gather what you could about this world. And I think that you see the insignia on like the back of the robe as you're kind of approaching. It's the insignia of the House Izenton, which is like the royal house of the monarchy, of like the ogres that rule this place. And so I think that you might catch a notion that like, oh, okay, this is some type of like diplomat, ambassador in their own way.
Okay. Yeah, I think I just like, I think that Lux just like walks up and like at Beckett, it's like, you must be Beckett. I'm Lux.
And I think he turns looking to you like, yes, well met.
These my friends.
Lux, and
they helped you out?
Of course, yes. You came on the ship.
Yeah.
And he says the word and kind of like with a strange inflection of like, it's not familiar to him, right? And I think he nods to like Rhea and Asturias looking over at Jake. He kind of like cocks an eye. And this taller figure turns to take you in like, interesting. Well met.
Hello.
I am Kernan of House Zenton,
Kernan?
ambassador to the royal monarchy.
Kernan?
And from what we understand of what he's saying, the royal monarchy could very well be ogres.
Yeah, they
Okay.
are. Yeah.
Making sure.
Interesting.
And so I think this figure Kernan is like, Master Beckett has just informed me that your companions offered great assistance to the villagers here just this morning. I must thank you for that on behalf of my house and the rulership. You are an interesting group.
Thanks.
I've not seen your like here before.
Oh no, we're not from
Can-
here.
Can Jake make an insight check to try to see the do a sentiment analysis of the word interesting?
Yes.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Insight.
Pompous.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, he's like, okay.
Interesting.
And so I think that Kernan is kind of looking you over like, and as Rhea's like, oh, we're not from here. Kernan kind of looks at you, Rhea, like, where are you from?
Oh, me? Beavis. She's from Missouri. Points to the stars.
They are from
Sorry.
Missouri.
Sorry.
I understand. I see. When did you all arrive? I've not heard of this Missouri or Beavis. I'm quite out of my element, quite frankly. Was that your vessel that I saw on my way out here?
Yeah.
If it looked like a giant insect, then
Pretty
yeah.
cool,
It
right?
did. A dragonfly, as a matter of point.
Yeah. She's
Yes.
mute.
And I think that Beckett is like, please, we owe these people our thanks and gratitudes for their aid. They've done more than your noble family to assist us, to avenge the lives that were lost here, to ensure that it won't happen again.
It's not a competition.
Well, that's good, because you would have won handily. He says, these high ogres have governed us for all of my life and my father's, and his before that. And yet they offer us no help when we are truly in need. What are you to do? One ambassador, one soul. And I think that Kernan is like, oh, I am merely here to assess what occurred and bring word back.
You're
I'm
not gonna
quite
like
intrigued.
help track down the bad guy? You can come with us.
Oh, well, that is...
Well, if you govern this place, wouldn't you help out? I think he brings up some
I
good
govern.
points.
I govern nothing. I am merely a representative of the
Right. Oh,
house.
so you represent just like observing while people get like attacked and stuff.
That is a gross misrepresentation of the truth.
Rolling in the grass, the badman is trying not to crack up. Loves this. Yes, he whispers to himself, drag them.
Well, it was really nice to meet you, but we got some stuff to do. It seems like you guys had a pretty good chat. We're gonna go lift Beckett's spirits here because you made him really grumpy, and we're gonna take care of things. So you can go back home now.
If there's any assistance that you can offer or any assistance we can offer, let us know. And Jake
Well,
looks
I-
at Lux and is like, chill.
Like shrugs.
I think that Kernan is like, I'm certain I could offer some measure of assistance. If you plan on hunting down this band of cast-offs for Master Beckett, perhaps I could be of aid in locating them. I, of course, need to travel back and report on my findings here, but, well, I offer you an invitation. It's not often that we have travelers, as you're like, arrive here on Malperi Prime, and, well, I would find it deeply intriguing to sit with you and speak more of your travels. For now, though, if you seek these who fled, you said there was a name? And they, like, turn back towards Beckett, and Beckett just kind of, like, growls, like, it was Vragek. You should know his name. This is not the first time he's done this, and you know it, and so do I. And I think that the Kernan is like, the name is familiar to me, yes. I will search and seek. Please don't let me inhibit your celebrations and revelry, though. If there's perhaps some place I might stay for the evening. And I think that, like, one of the villagers, I think that you see, like, kind of like a middle-aged woman, like, of course, you are welcome in my home. Any noble of the House of Zanton is welcome in my home. Really, I'm just keeping it warm for you. Please.
Too soon. Everything's on fire.
Yeah. And I think that Beckett kind of, like, scowls at this woman as, like, Kernan, like, nods and says, I will stretch my mind far afield and see what I might gather for you to hunt down this ne'er-do-well. Thank you for your hospitality, mistress.
I think
Consider my offer.
I think Lux is, like, kind of, like, giggling, but, like, she's, like, trying not to be, like, too obvious about it.
And so I think that the woman starts, like, walking towards, like, one of the huts. They're not like huts. They're small wooden houses. It's all, like, very kind of small, this place. But I think that you see Kernan, like, literally, like, pull this kind of, like, rolled up thing off of, like, a belt at their hip, and they, like, unfurl it quickly in front of them and step up onto it. And it kind of, like, levitates, like, a foot up off the ground as, like, they step onto this small flying carpet and begin, like, kind of flying after this woman. Which, like, they only go about 50 feet. It seems, like, quite ostentatious. And I think you see the woman, like, opening the door to the house, and, like, this overly tall figure of Kernan kind of crouches down and, like, floats into the door.
You roll your eyes, Taylor, but you don't know how many times I've wished I could just, like, levitate forward 50 feet.
Oh, no, sure. But Lux is like, she starts laughing and she goes, I'm going to go stretch my mind far afield, see if I can catch some ne'er-do-wells. Oh, let me take out my flying carpet and stroll on the air. Oh my gosh, listen, you guys, I'm sorry. I've been with my parents, like, all over the place. These, I just can't with these people. They drive me crazy. They're just ridiculous. Like, the way it's talking.
Is Beckett still with us? Is Beckett?
Yeah, Beckett is just, like, looking at Lux, like, nodding, like, he's like, they call themselves the High Ogre. They govern the world with their magic, with their old knowledge. They try to keep everything as it was. They don't let any of the rest of us rise up any higher than we started. It could be worse, I suppose, but it could surely be better. Thank you for that.
Sorry, I get a little, I don't know. Parents used to, keep me in check pretty well. They used to just leave me on the ship. But
there's a lot of these ships where you all come from, aren't there?
Oh, where I come from, yeah.
Well, come. Let me give you some mead and meat. It's the least we can do. We don't have much to share, but we'll share what we have with you.
Oh, we brought some meat.
We owe you a great deal.
Jake's hands pop out of his shell, and he's, like, holding 2 big slabs of whale meat.
You know how it's rude not to bring food.
And I think that like Beckett starts like walking. He like gestures for you to come, and he walks over to like one of these like campfires that's burning. There's a group of people around, and I think a few of them are like acknowledging you as you come. Like all eyes are on you, you know. You like strange travelers from this distant place, you know. And as you come walking up, he's like, fresh axe speak. He says, "What exactly is this? If you don't mind, actually, I mean." Are you a turtle, sir?
Well, no. But I am a turtle.
I have to be honest, I've seen dangerous things out here. I've lived out on the frontier my whole life, but the lot of you are very unusual. I've never seen metal that flies through the sky. I've never heard the word ship before. You have wings. You have, well, quite luxurious fur, he says to you, Rhea. And then he's like, and you're a walking turtle. I've eaten turtle before. I didn't.
Whoa!
He's like, I don't know if that.
There's no need for such language.
Did you guys see where the Batman went?
The who?
No, no.
Like looks around.
and I think the Badman has probably continued belly crawling after the magic carpet. I don't know if there's anything additional that I would need to roll in order for the Badman to be doing further recon.
Let's keep that stealth check, and so the Badman like crawling around like the edge of like the grass. I think you like pop up out of the grass and like dart in between the buildings, right? And the attention is so focused.
I am the knight. I am the knight. I am the knight.
as he's he just whispers that to himself over and over again.
Oh my god.
I think you come like darting up in between the buildings, you know, and you kind of like duck up Samwise Gamgee style underneath one of the windows, you know, you're like dropping some eaves, right? And you hear the voice from the inside of Kernan like, I must thank you for your hospitality. It seems that your regional governor, Master Beckett, his disposition is quite sour. I understand, of course, that you've all been through a lot in these days, but I can't help but feel he's withholding something from me. The Kastovs are violent, vicious monstrosities, really. A mutation of the true High Ogier. But they do not attack without cause for gain. What exactly is it that they were after? And I think you hear the voice of the woman back, Badman, like, well, I don't want to speak out of turn, Master Beckett. He does his best. He does his best to take care of all of us, but, well, at the equinox, it was the strangest of things. A child fell from the heavens. Well, they say it was from the heavens, but I think he was spawned up by the dark magics. I think that he is an agent of evil, and that we have been cursed since his arrival. Others have been smitten and swayed to believe that he is some being divine from parts unknown. They think that he has brought blessings to us, but it was not days after, or rather, she says it was not weeks after his arrival, that the Kastovs came and put fire to the walls. They burned our houses. They killed over a dozen of us. I think he is a curse. I think he is here with insidious plans and motivations. I am loyal. I am loyal to House Zenton, Master Kernan. I know not if that's worth much to you, but that's the truth of the matter. Beckett, well, he believes the boy to be something special, but I think that he's something dark. And I think we hear Kernan like, well, this is very interesting.
And outside, the Badman
Please.
goes,
Well, this is very interesting.
And I think that we hear Kernan say, if you'll please, I am going to use Well, this sphere, to reach my mind afar, keep an eye on your door for me. I will be sometime disposed. If these travelers will go and hunt down the Kastovs who've given you such trouble, then I see no reason not to let them. Vragek has been a thorn in the side of my house for too long. I will find him for them. And I think you're the woman, like, of course, my lord, please. My home is your home. My home is your home. And I think that you hear, like, footsteps kind of shuffling as she makes her way to the door.
Okay. Badman's going to stay put. He wants to overhear whatever is going to happen here with the spear.
Okay, cool. And so I think that we cut back over near the fire, and Beckett is just like, a couple of the townsfolk kind of spit the whale meat, the kandori meat, and they're setting it on the thing over the fire, kind of starting to like slow roll it. And Beckett is like pulling out one of the poles, these like big steaks of like this kind of whitish flesh, axe beak. He's dropping it onto wooden plates. I think mugs have been given to all of you of this mead, and and Beckett is just like, so, were you serious about what you said there? Do you plan on helping us? You've already done more than we could ask.
Yeah. We're gonna finish what... Well, we didn't start it, but I feel like we should finish it. I think Asterius is like doing their best, but like they're so stressed out talking to strangers.
I think if Alis isn't safe, then we didn't really do our part. So,
Yeah. Was there a reason you didn't tell the tall elf about that kid?
He's an ogre, Kernan. I know he's not like the ones that you saw at the cave, but, well, the Kastovs are different. They're twisted, cursed. But Alis is a special child. I don't know why he's here. I mean, you all are from these places I've not heard of in a flying ship. Have you ever seen anything like him before? Well, I suppose you all didn't meet him, but
Yeah, I would like to. I'm curious.
I fear for him. I don't want him to fall into the hands of the monarchy.
Yeah.
Not that they would hurt him, I don't think, but surely they would try to take him from this place, and we're the only home he has.
Do you think that the other, he just went in there with some? Would they say anything about him?
Some might. I'll be honest. Some of the villagers believe that he's brought dark tidings upon us.
Has anything happened other than the sacking of the village?
That's all. I mean, he's different. Sometimes when he speaks to you, it's like he can see what you're thinking. Someone was hurt badly just days after his arrival, and Alis was the first on the scene. One of the old men rethatching the roof on his home fell, took a bad fall. His leg shattered in 3 places at least, but Alis placed hands on him, and he stood up sprier than I've seen him move in 20 years. He can do things that, well, none of us can, and that scares folk.
Yeah.
Where is he now?
And I think, like, he turns and, like, kind of glances over at, like, one of the other buildings, and he says, I sent him back into my hut when I saw Kernan arriving. I didn't want him to lay eyes on the boy, though I'm not sure how long I can keep him hidden.
Where does he normally stay?
He stays with me.
Okay.
He says, ever since my wife passed, well, it's a quiet home, an empty home. I have room and more.
We could take him with us for the time being if you're worried.
Do you plan on leaving tonight?
We wanted to try and track down Vragic.
Yeah. I just don't want this Kernan to just take him and run.
Nor I. And I think it's at this point we like cut back to the badman, crouched underneath the windowsill, and I think you
My
hear
back.
I think Badman, you hear some like chanting coming from inside. The sound of like arcane formula being murmured and muttered, the kind of thing that you've heard the Professor Reginalds do, you know. And so I don't know. Are you gonna look in the window? I guess is the question.
Let me just. Yes, you know what? I am. I'm like the badman is gonna like.
I think the person who owns this house has left. It's getting a little. It sounds a little weird in there. I should probably see what's going on. They won't be able to see me anyway. I'm the knight.
And so I think the badman will just like slowly extend upward. And would you like me to roll something here?
Yeah, I'd like another stealth check here as the circumstances changing dramatically.
It's not good. It's a 9.
It's not good, is it? No. I think you like peer your head up, peeking over the top of the windowsill, and I think that you see this figure, Kernan, is standing over this kind of rickety wooden table, and there's like a glass crystal ball sitting on a small like tripod of a stand right in the middle of the table, and he's got his fingers kind of lightly touching the edges of it, and I think he looks up like right past the ball at you.
Yeah, and I think the badman just like shoots back down immediately and goes,
oh shit.
I think the badman is going to immediately like belly flop back down into the grass and try and start like shimmying away.
Okay. Okay. And I think that as you're doing so, you hear like the voice of the woman who was in the house, like, "What are you doing over there on the ground?
And
were you peering through my window?"
And the badman doesn't respond because the badman can't possibly imagine that he's the one who's being spoken to. The badman believes himself to be fully invisible, so he just like,
He's the knight.
Yeah, he's just like saying to himself out, "I'm the knight. As he's just like continuing to like try and like swim through the grass until it's painfully clear that he's been spotted.
He is the knight. Okay, so as you're crawling away, I think you hear like this like muttered curse of like, I can't even believe it. Kind of strangers are these spying through my windows. Master Kernan. And then like you hear the door open and close again behind you as you're like crawling away. And I think meanwhile we like cut back to the fire, right? And a lot of you like with your food, and I think Beckett is just like, would you like to speak with the boy?
I would.
All right, come on. And he starts like walking you, kind of leading you over to his house, you know. And so, yeah, he like heads over to the door. He opens it up. Are all of you going to go?
Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah.
Jake will keep an eye outside. He'll be staying near the fire and just kind of keep an eye on things.
Okay, so I think that Jake, as you're standing by the fire watching, you see like the group of your friends kind of walking away, and I think you see the badman like crawling.
Sure.
Like,
Yeah, the badman is beelining it towards the fire and Jake, and he'll like pop up by the fire in a way where he'll try to like pop up next to Jake so that Jake doesn't notice him popping up.
yeah.
Do I need to roll for that? Or is my stealth just
like
so bad right
like
now?
a turtle out of a shell, just popping
Yeah.
out.
I think Jake spotted you because of the 9 stealth as you're like making your way away, you know.
But the badman still believes fully invisible, not like he's just like now crawling a little bit like through the ash and dirt by the fire, and then just like kind of like pops up like really quickly next to Jake. Goes, "Hey, I was with you the whole time. Did you know?"
I thought as much.
And the Badman whispers to himself, "Good, it worked."
Meanwhile, Lux, Rhea, and Asturias, like Beckett kind of leads you to the door. He opens the door to this house, and I think that you see, like, sitting at this table, here's the boy, Alis, who, like, also kind of looks like very elvish, right? He's got these long, sort of pointed ears, this white hair parted down his head, pale skin, his eyes kind of glimmering with this sort of gold flecks in the irises, you know? And he's like, "Oh, hello, you're back. Hi there. Hello. Are you friends of Rhea and Asturias? I'm Alis.
Hi.
They saved me.
I'm Lux.
It's so nice to meet you.
Lux is gonna cast I don't know if this is even gonna do anything, but I'm curious. Primeval Awareness.
Oh. So this isn't even you casting a spell.
No.
Go ahead and dump it in the chat. Primeval Awareness. You burn off one of your spell slots, and for a minute you can sense whether or not aberrations, celestials, dragons, elemental, fae, fiends, or undead are near you. Yeah, this boy is a celestial.
Yeah.
He is like... I think like you close your eyes and like focus on the conduits of magic that you have like tapped into, reaching across the realms. And as you open them again, he's like wreathed in this like golden light. He is very definitively a celestial. And I don't think that you sense dragons, elementals, fae, or fiends, or undead, though. Within a mile, there are aberrations.
Okay. Interesting. I think Lux, like, looks at him and, like, has that moment of, like, realization. And then we'll, like, greet him again in Celestial.
Whoa. So Lux like speaks these words, and I think Beckett looks to you, Asturias and Rhea, and is like, is that a language that you all use? I've not heard this tongue before.
Yeah. So some of us do.
Rhea's shaking her head. Like, no.
Yeah, and I think that he's like, the world is changing. And meanwhile, Alis, like looking back at you, Lux, like his head turns sideways, and I think he responds back in common, like, I understand, but
But you don't
That's-
understand.
the strangest sensation.
Hmm.
And I think like Beckett walks over and kind of puts his arm around the kid, and he's like, it's all right. It's all right.
Yeah, sorry,
friends.
I'm just experimenting. Don't mind me. I'm like I said, I'm Lux. This is Jeffrey. And she'll the purple cat.
And,
that's been
and Jeffrey
carrying around.
goes,
In Celestial?
yeah.
Yeah. And so I think that Alis, yeah, is like kind of like it's all been so overwhelming. I don't know how I got here. I don't know where I'm from, but that was strangely familiar.
Well, maybe we can help you figure it out.
Maybe. Meanwhile, at the fire, I think that that Jake and Badman, you two are standing here, and I think Badman, like one of the villagers, kind of walks up very nervously with this wooden plate. There's like this steaming kind of flank of steak on it, with like, and I think they kind of like offer it up, like, do you eat meat? Back speak.
The Badman will just like be staring into the fire, and he'll say,
Yes, the Badman eats. The Badman eats vengeance. The Badman eats the night. The Badman also eats grapes, if you have any.
No,
And I think
Sometimes
one
to
of the
protect him.
Hmm.
I think one of the children is like, we have grapes. Here, grapes, grapes. And they like come up. They have this bowl of like these big kind of green grapes. There's like these reddish grapes, purple grapes. It's this real like assortment of grapes in a big wooden bowl, you know.
The badman instantly starts weeping. He hasn't seen grapes in a long time. Like light purple streaks just pouring from his eyes. And he goes,
Seriously, can I have some?
Yeah, you could have the whole
cuts
bowl.
them off. He grabs the bowl. He just starts shoveling grapes into his mouth. Just
Juice marbles. Grapes.
Yeah.
Have they cooked the space whale?
Yeah, the space whale's cooking. Yeah.
Okay.
I think as you're standing here, Jake, watching the badman voraciously devour grapes, you hear the voice behind you as there is no sound of footsteps because they're flying on a tiny carpet. As Kernan is like, I have found the cast-offs. Vragik is in a cave near the lake on the far side of the low hills. Not far, I imagine, from where your friends confronted him this morning. I've taken the liberty of drawing this map, and I think they hand over a scroll to you.
Jake will gladly take the scroll. And you see, as he is proficient with navigator's tools, I'm assuming he can kind of takes what time of day is it? What time is it? Evening?
It's night.
Nighttime?
It's like early night. The sun just set. Yeah.
He kind of assesses where the village is on the map and looks for like familiar territory and goes, okay, it's probably off in that direction. Well, thank you. This will be helpful.
I get the impression your friends do not trust me. There's no reason to mistrust. We do the best that we can. There are a great many people under our governance here, and, well, many of them choose to live in the far reaches of our dominion, like the people of Banton here. The cast-offs are a dangerous lot. Typically they do not strike unless there is reason to, but nonetheless, I will return and inform my superiors what I've learned here. I implore you.
Will you be sending aid to rebuild?
Oh, of course. They are under our domain. It is our responsibility to assist them to put together that which was broken. I implore you, though, speak to your friends, see if they are willing to stop and to treat with the Azentans before you leave. There is perhaps much that we might be able to offer you.
Jake just nods.
Badman.
Nods are non-binding agreements.
Yep. The grapes are being destroyed. I think that this figure is like right here by you, kind of like standing on the carpet, hovering over the air. And I think that Kernan turns to you like, I'm sorry if I startled you. You could have merely asked to watch, if that's a thing you like to do.
The badman is feverishly eating the grapes, and in between he's
I don't know what you're talking about. Been here the whole time. Ask Turtle.
Ask Turtle.
Of course. And I think he turns and looks at you, Jake, like, I hope that we will speak again before you depart. Please be safe.
Thank you for the map.
May the blessings of the monarchy be upon you.
Jake nods and files that away as a standard greeting.
And with that, I think we see him turn and like nod to kind of the woman who's standing back near her cabin as the carpet sort of like just takes off and flies away. I love the eye roll, Taylor.
Sorry, I
Don't. Oh no! Please don't be sorry. It's too
Not even
excellent.
there, we can sense it. Some kind of garbage.
It's so good. It's so good. It's like oh my God, what are those stupid scooters? It's like the
Yeah, like a
Segway.
Segway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
He
it's
just
so great.
leans forward like.
It's so good.
It's like the Arrested Development ogres, yeah. and so, I think that we cut back into the house of Beckett, and Alis is with you, Beckett, Asturias, Lux, Rhea, and I think Alis is like, do you know people who speak that language? Are there more of me somewhere?
Sure there are.
The people here have been very good to me since I arrived, but, well, I can't help but fear that I'm putting them in terrible danger. Those creatures, I heard what they said. They wanted my blood spilled to conjure some dark magics for their transformation. They want to destroy the kingdom. I'm not sure. They spoke often of the royal family and their divine right to rule. It was hard for me to put all the pieces together, but I think they'll come back looking for me.
I think-
Yeah,
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Rhea.
I think Rhea would want to turn to Beckett and would be like, if we go find Vavrick and we, hunt him down, do you think that's it?
Well, he's not the only one of them. But they haven't harried us in many, many years. Not since he arrived.
Who's Harry Dust?
Harry Dust is one of the villagers. They met him last week. I think that, yeah, Beckett is like, I don't know exactly. I can't be sure, but he certainly knows that we're here. He had the boy in his hands once. He took it easily the first time, and we won't let him go so easily again, but if he comes back, we'll be hard-pressed to stand against him. These folk, well, they're not like you.
Yeah. Well, don't worry about him. I think we'll take care of that.
Lux kind of looks at everybody else. I think I speak for all of us. Say you're welcome to come with us when we leave.
And I think we see Alis like look to Beckett, and Beckett just kind of like shrugs, and he's like, we'll do the best we can for you while you're here, boy, but your path is yours to choose. You're not my child. You're not even a child like the others here. You'll have to think on it. And I think we see Alis nod. And it's at this moment that I think, like, there's a knock at the door, and Beckett, like, very tensely kind of turns and, like, looks. And the door, like, cracks open a little bit, and we see the face of, like, one of the villagers kind of pop in, like, he's gone. He flew off on that cursed carpet heading back to the capital.
Woo woo!
Beckett's like, praise the dawn. Come on, let's get out of here. There's Axbeak and Mead, boy. If you're leaving, you might as well have one good dinner before you go. Come. And he, like, throws the door open. And so, yeah, I think that he leads a lot of you, like, back over to the fire. And, yeah, I don't know. You tell me what happens here. If you all have questions or conversation or discussions.
The badman eats the grapes so quickly, and it's just like, and I think he is going to go try and hide in the tall grass. 14.
Okay, you dive into the tall grass. I think all of you with passive perceptions of 14 or higher probably can see the badman.
Yeah.
But
and he's just like gonna roll into the grass and just like roll over, just like, like when you have like tummy ache sleep, he's just like, to anyone who's I'm fine, I just gotta sleep this off.
I think Lux like sits by Alis and like talks to him a little bit. I don't know if ASMR or anything like that are common, or if she's encountered one.
They're definitely not common, though
Right.
you have like traveled far and wide. So I think you've met them before, and he's not like that. There's something
Yeah.
decidedly different about him from an ASMR.
So I think she like just kind of like is talking to him about like how our group is like we're traveling and like looking for answers and like, you know, trying to like make him feel a little bit better about not understanding himself.
Yeah, and like he listens more than he speaks. You know, he like answers questions that you direct to him, and I think he's like, I don't know what to do. I don't remember anything before it happened. Some of them said that they saw me. They saw the starlight cascade down to the earth, and that it blinded them, and they looked away. But when they looked back, I was laying there on the ground. It's scary. I'm afraid. I'm afraid to be captured again. I'm afraid for people to be hurt because of me. I'm afraid to leave. But I guess I'll have to do something.
Yeah.
And so, yeah,
And
I think that, yeah.
Jake will share with everybody that Kernan drew a map of the location of our quarry.
I think if there's any villagers who are like hanging around this fire,
Mm-hmm.
Ray doesn't know, should give him a pamphlet. You know? Anybody who seems like intrigued by these people who like saved
they
Alis.
Yeah,
So,
they
yeah.
definitely are. You know, I think that like a few of the villagers have kind of gathered around you, and they're taking the pamphlets, and one of them is asking like, on the front of the pamphlet is like, what is the picture on the front?
Oh yeah, that's Clancy. You know, with an orb. You know, he came to us, told us where to go get it. We went and got it, and then saved the day. So.
And I think one of them is like, it looks like him, and they point at Jake like,
Oh yeah.
are they?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I know.
Are they related?
You probably don't want to ask if they're all turtles are related.
No.
It's a bit touchy, but you know, I don't think. Jake, are you related to? You're not related to Clancy. You're on.
I think you muted, Kurt.
Yeah.
I like that you unmuted to shake your head. I think that one of them is like, it sounds like this Clancy is like Alis. He came to your people and he saved you.
That's
you see,
an
I know.
A-list. Definitely an A-lister.
You see?
Yeah, I know. That's why I
stuff,
was so
yeah.
excited to come and save him. I thought he might show me what I need, but you know, he's what you need, I think. People here.
So yeah, there's definitely some traction here, Rhea. There's a couple of people that like seem definitively interested. You know, you're seeing pamphlets get like folded up and tucked away. If one of them was like sitting by the fire, like reading it again, you know, like nodding. I think they ask you a lot of questions, and so yeah, I think that Beckett is just like, what do you think then? You'll go and you'll try to deal with Vragic for us? Well,
As soon as possible, yeah.
he says, can you all see in the dark then, or?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Okay, I guess you all is just me, but I can see in the dark.
We haven't rested since we saved Alis, right?
No, that's
Correct.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think to that
So-
end, he's like, you know, there's a lot. It's not quite a full Wubnub celebration, you know, but like there's the celebrations for the night.
No.
You know, you eat like space whale.
Yub,
That's delicious. The Kandori is good. The Axebeak is good. There's mead. There's grapes.
Not
you know,
anymore.
And so yeah, really.
They're
So,
gone.
they like offer you up places to stay, you know. They're like many of us are like of them are doubled up because a couple of the houses were destroyed in this attack, but you all can spend the night here and rest if there's not like more discussion or conversation. So you all can like full rest, get back all your hit points. You can reset your spells for Rhea and Asturias. That means like you can rememorize if you want to select new things. And this map, Jake, as you like examine it, you could see it's like there seems to be a cave system that is like right on the edge of like a large lake, and there's a few like rivers that kind of run through it, as though like not rivers, streams might be a better word, as though like these streams and the water is kind of exactly has kind of carved. That's where we are right now. We're river streaming, and so the cave itself has been kind of like carved out by the water currents and such.
Do the I'm assuming the villagers know of.
Yeah, I think that Beckett can tell you like, it's on the other side of like the low hills to the west, and like it's not a place that we go to often. We generally don't travel that far out, but yeah, they know.
Are there any dangers in the area or in the caves?
I think that Beckett is just like, he's like, you know, I mean, I know I kind of misstepped before, but there's very large turtles there. They can eat geese whole. I knew a fellow once who lost a foot fishing out there. He says, they're not as big as you. They don't talk. They don't have the fingers or anything. And more like their feet are like kind of like your feet. He's like, there's axe beaks. The axe beaks herds roam, but if you can fight the cast-offs, then the axe beaks will be of no concern to you. What's in the caves, I couldn't say. I'm not an explorer.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, you're all able to rest for the night. With the dawn, I guess you all, like, rise, you know, in the early morning hours, unless there's anything else for me to take note of. Are you guys doing anything special or in particular? Does the badman sleep hiding in the grass?
Of course, absolutely. The badman sleeps hiding in the grass and is the first one awake. I think is going and doing his morning jog to run off the grape hangover that he has going on right now.
Okay, I love it.
Yeah, and he has Jeffrey running with him. Come on, Jeffrey, keep up, Jeffrey. You're too slow, Jeffrey. You have to get faster, Jeffrey. And Jeffrey goes.
The professor's in the chat. Hi, Professor. Hold that ship down. Don't let him get the dragonfly. So yeah, you all wake in the morning. You're able to pray to Clancy and to the stars to gather your magics and assemble. What's the plan? You gonna hike out there? You gonna walk over the hills and far away, find the lake?
Yeah.
That's where what's his face is.
Unless
Go there.
Unless everybody has a flying carpet.
I mean, I have flying wings.
You do have a flying ship, you know. But yeah, okay.
Go half a mile.
Oh, right. That's the premise of the show.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I forgot that we were supposed to be in space. I thought it would be fun to be in a small shanty village burning in the plains, but you know, whatever.
Oh, I kind of dig it.
Yeah.
We're never leaving here. The ship broke down.
Actually,
Yeah,
this
I'm
is
invested
like the trick.
in this community, actually. So.
Keep the grapes coming, and the badman's never leaving.
I am the protector of Batten.
Yeah, it's like I found home.
It is called Batten, right? Is
Jeffrey,
it called
we're
Batten? It's very
It
close
is.
to Badman.
Yeah, it is.
I think they named it after me, Jeffrey.
He just stopped for a jetpack.
So, I think that, then with the morning, Asturias with their wings, the rest of you with your feet, you walk, you stride, you follow the path that was blazed by these ogres when they came to raid the town, where your friends, where Rhea, where Asturias kind of walked just yesterday. And so the lot of you are able to kind of make your way up into the foothills. You see the entrance to the cave where you rescued Alis. The hills are like really exactly what they're called. They're like these low rolling hills, you know. So I think it takes you probably like an hour and a half, about 2 hours, as you're kind of coming over the far side of the hills, and you see this like long kind of wide lake spreading out around you, the tall grass around it. I think that you see a herd of these like tall kind of like flightless birds with their stunted little wings, these multicolored kind of mottled short feathers drinking as they're gathered on one side of the lake, the axe beaks. I think that we see like floating in the middle of the lake itself, like this massive kind of gnarly snapping turtle, and kind of these hills drop right down in to the eastern kind of bank of the lake, and I think you could see like streams sort of like running down from the side into this kind of cave system off in the distance. So I think the idea here is, from the map that kind of was drawn for you and from the own vantage that you have now, you all could try to like follow one of the streams into like a smaller kind of entrance to this cave system, or you could go down into like the lake itself and try to kind of come up into like the lake sort of like pours right into one of the large cave openings.
Is there any way to tell how far, like how close is the lake from where we're standing?
I think that you're kind of like on the hills, and the lake, like, you know, it's probably like 500 feet down the hills. You're not like right there, you know. It's like you have a good vantage. You could see where like the water rolls up into like the dark, wide opening of the cave mouth, and then these kind of streams are flowing down out of the hills through the other side.
Got it.
Yes. So you tell me, what do y'all think?
I mean, it's kind of hot, right? You know, I wouldn't mind like a little cool down in the lake. Sounds kind of nice.
Sure. Why not?
So the map that Kernan gave us basically said somewhere over here.
I think that he identified like, hey, this cave system, right? Like here's this like large cave opening that's like there's a complex right in here, and they're in here, right? And like the lake kind of heads into like the opening of the cave, and then there's streams that are kind of coming down from the hill into like the backside, right? You can like envision where like this one sort of hill that butted right up on the foot of the lake has like water coming in one side and then flowing out in the lake on the other. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm such a visual person, so no. But that's okay. I'll follow somebody else's lead.
You're muted still, Kurt. I see you making quite dramatic facial expressions, and your mouth is... Yeah.
Jake is going to try to look around for ogre tracks.
Oh, yeah, make a survival check. Go for it.
Can I help? I'll help you.
Can I help?
I help.
Sure.
Never
Jake,
mind.
you're having trouble. You know. It's like the grass is tall, it's rocky. It's kind of like, you know, you're not really like finding like great tracks. You know.
You probably fled on a flying carpet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, wait. You should be looking for scorpion tracks.
Hell yeah!
Not ogre.
Whoops.
You weren't looking for ogre tracks, were you?
Basically, the map that Kernan gave you like indicates, okay, so there's a stream coming in from here. You guys could follow the stream in to like a much kind of smaller entrance on the sort of high side of the hill, or you could go down into the lake and come into like a much bigger kind of cave opening from the lake itself on the low side of the hill. You know,
from what Jake will inquire, from what you saw of the size of this Scorpiogre, could it fit comfortably through this entrance of the smaller cave?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. It's like not like it's probably maybe 10 feet wide, the stream that's leading down into the back, and the clearance is like 10 to probably 15 feet, right? Whereas the front side, it's like a 50-foot, 55-foot like opening where the lake kind of heads into the darkness of the cave.
So is the worry is that like if we go the obvious, like we go the stream route where that's the like it's the easier way to get in. We assume they went there, whereas the lake is a little bit more tricky to maybe get in.
Mm-hmm.
But we probably have a better. I don't want to get the pamphlets wet.
Yeah, I don't really can't like breathe underwater for a very long time.
I can. Well, I can't breathe underwater, but I can hold my breath a long time.
Right.
Well, do you guys just want to try the top? Just, take it slow, be careful.
Dream team.
Stream team.
Stream team.
Stream
Feels
team.
appropriate. Feels appropriate.
Rhea's like kind of practicing how long she can hold her breath.
There's
stream
probably
team.
a ritual of the Church of Clancy that involves that.
Oh yeah, probably.
It's true. It's great.
Okay, hold on. I'm dropping you on a map. I'm going to pull you all over to the map in 1 second here. Who else am I missing? Jake. There's a cat.
There's a cat. There's a
Yep.
cat.
He has a name.
Sorry.
Boy.
Yep. He does have a name. Let's fix that. Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
Oh my god,
Oh.
I have
I could have prepared
a
Crater
cat
Destroy Water.
character sheet. Unbelievable.
I probably spelled the name wrong. Is it with G-E-O? How do we spell it?
Yeah, it's G.
G as in grape. It's a G as
Yeah.
in grape.
Yeah,
She is in great.
yeah, that's an easy way to remember it. Jeffrey.
Joffrey.
Joffrey.
Oh, no.
No. Yeah, sorry.
Strigoi.
Nix that. Nix that.
Anticipating a late stage plot twist.
I still probably spelled it wrong. There you go. There's your cat. Okay, so to the matter at hand. Let's put you all on a map here, huh? So you all like start following the stream down. I think that like the water is probably coming up right around like, your knees ish. Your varying kind of levels of height. Everybody can kind of see the like darkness of the cave in front of you, and you sort of like are walking quietly, making your way into the threshold. Yep.
Top center. For those,
Yep.
for where the tokens are.
Thank
Yep.
you.
I shall switch us over here to, hey, there's a map on the roll 20.
Hey.
I see a number 5.
Oh yeah.
It's very telling. So yeah, I think that like the 5 of you are kind of like the sound of the water as it like flows down into the space, echoing, like reverberating off of like the stone around you. It's this rough kind of beige sandstone almost, and it looks like you could imagine how like over the course of hundreds of years this stream would have carved this opening wider and wider and wider, right? But you could see some sort of dry land off to like the edges in front of you in this space. I don't know if you want to like change your marching order, but y'all tell me, how do you want to proceed here?
I think Lux.
So I'm the only one who can see in the dark.
Yep.
Badly
No,
can.
I can see in the dark as well.
Okay.
Nope.
I'm
I
willing
feel
to
like
go
I can
first.
be. Yeah, I can be close to the front. I can't see, but happy to be there in case something.
Jake will take a torch out of his explorer's pack.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And does anybody have the light cantrip? No?
Mm-mm. Don't
No,
think so.
but I
I have a
have.
tinderbox.
Yeah, I
Oh.
do too.
Hey, Rich,
Mm-hmm.
can I use Mage Hand to hold the torch?
Yeah, for sure. What's the duration? I think it only lasts for a minute. Why don't you dump it in the chat here? But I think that you can, yes. Yeah, so you'll have to recast it every minute, But you could, for sure.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Okay. You have a floating next to you?
Yeah, a little, like above a little bit, but yeah, roughly.
Okay, cool.
And the mage hand looks like a swarm of bees. He casts it, and it emerges from his shell, and he kind of, while it's coalescing into a hand of bees, he's lighting a torch and then kind of hands it to the hand. He talks to the hand. Says, take this.
Oh my god.
Yep. Yeah, I think Lux will be like up near the torch with Jake.
Okay, so yeah, we see the bees like they're carrying the torch. A lot of you are in here. Yeah, you tell me how do we want to proceed? You can move yourselves.
Slowly, carefully.
Are stealth checks happening? You want to make stealth checks? Or are you just trying to be quiet?
I'm always making stealth checks.
Yeah, we should try and be. Aw.
And like
Oh, I see.
listening
Stealth
to
check.
hear if we hear
I
something.
think I fell through the wall.
You did.
Yep. A little through the wall.
Let me enforce line of sight. Oops, no
Oh,
global
I went
illumination.
too far. I also went through the wall.
I should have prevent you from going through the wall again. I didn't have my settings all right. Okay, yeah. So you start to proceed in. Asturias, are you flying or are you walking?
I'm flying.
Okay, so you're flying just kind of up above the water surface, right? And as a lot of you are kind of beginning to come in, I think that you hear the sounds of the crunching of something and kind of scraping just off here to the left.
I
Or
can
the-
see it a little bit.
Yeah, Asturias, as you're kind of flying in, I think you turn and you see this kind of yellowish chitinous, bug-like carapace, the back of something, as it's hunched over in front of you, and I think as you turn and look at it, do you say anything to your friends here or what?
I think I tell them to stop and wait, because I can move. I can fly and I can move and see what's going on from a distance with my dark vision.
From a distance. I said I wasn't going to sing, sorry.
You did it.
I know, it's Pavlovian. And so I think that as you see this thing, it turns looking back at you some of the splashing from your friends in the water having alerted it. And you recognize having seen these things in the other cave.
Is this the stuff we shut out
Yes.
of the other place?
Yes, there were 3 of these
Oh!
nasty kind of creatures that got boxed out of the room. The Professor Reginald kind of leaned up against a door so they could not get in. But I think it turns looking over at you, and it's got in these kind of pincer-like hands this skull that appears to be broken, and there's bits of kind of cartilage and bone scattered around its mandibles. We see them kind of falling like cookie crumbs as it looks back at you it just drops the skull ting.
Ugh.
I think we should roll initiative.
I think the
Yeah.
bad
I think that's what time it is.
He needs a throat lounger.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna pop this guy out so I don't have to keep pumping him out there. Yeah, let's do this.
Icky.
Okay.
I see Jake, Rhea, Lux.
I'm coming.
Whoa, 20.
Yep, no problem.
Woo!
20! 19.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, let's stick with the first one.
Yeah, let's. What'd you get on the first one? 19.12.
19.12. Yeah.
One more time, descending. Okay, cool. Boom. With that, Badman, you were able to act immediately as your friends are kind of flying forward. You don't have a clear look at this thing, but I think that you're able to see Lux and Asturias. They're turning, looking up to their immediate right into this area, and you hear the sound of this creature, the clattering. I think you see the human skull come rolling out right to the edge of the river, the stream in front of you. What would you like to do, Badman?
And okay, so there's no indication that from the Badman's perspective that this thing can see us, right?
No, yeah. Not you, at least.
Yeah. Well, if I move, I may get a little bit more of an idea.
You shall. I guarantee it.
I will move.
Door, they're vulnerable to doors. Indeed they are, Troy.
I'm going to move to be right next to my friend here. Why can't I see any? Oh God. Oh,
now
no.
you can, huh?
Oh, God. And
as you come darting along the stream's edge, Asturias kind of flying up above the water, just a few feet above you.
Yeah, I think the Badman's like, why'd you stop by? We're making great time in here. Oh, my God.
I said to stop.
Yeah. So the Badman sees a different one of these scorpion creatures, right? I'm looking at something that's different from... Yeah, that's different, right?
Yeah, you see two. There's one up here that Asturias is looking at, and then you see the other one over here in this alcove in the back,
Okay, and what's the range on that? Yep. All right. So I think instinctively, the Badman shakes his arm free, and this purple pink blade, the same color as his own shimmering aura, just appears in his hand, and whip fast just darts it across the room, tossing it at this new one that he has just seen, a psionic blade.
Okay, got it. Go for it. Make an attack.
It's not going to hit.
It does not. Unfortunately, you were not attacking from stealth. The thing sees you as you come darting along the edge, clearly it can see in the dark. And so we see the shimmering purple blade come flying in, and it drops to the ground and begins kind of skittering towards you, the blade flying over top of it. That's your action. You use your movement. You still have a bonus action here, Badman.
Right, and remind me, I've got...
Yep. You've
dash.
got cunning action, which means you could dash, you could move again, you could try to hide, or you could disengage, which you don't have to disengage from anything.
100% I'm going to hide. And so the Badman is terrified, and the Badman is going to drop down into the stream right now, lie flat on his back, but only so that his lips are above the water. So that he can still breathe. Otherwise, he'll just instantly be oh shit, and then just lies down onto his back, just his face. Jeffrey, hide. So that'll be the move. Does Jeffrey move with me?
You should be able to control Jeffrey. Do you have control over little Jeffrey's token?
I see Jeffrey's token now. Yeah. I do. And I think Jeffrey is going to... How much movement does Jeffrey have? Let me check the thing.
Should be 40 feet. Jeffrey's faster than you are. Jeffrey can run 40 feet. Jeffrey can also climb for free 30 feet per round. So if he wants to start climbing up the walls, he could do that because he's Jeffrey.
Yeah, I think Jeffrey's going to run and climb up the wall next to Rhea.
Okay, awesome.
It's just be like,
I love it. Okay, Badman, that was your action. That was your bonus action. That was your movement. Asturias Fry, you are up on 19.
Okay. Asturias is not messing around. They're ready to go. They're going to come up to this one that they saw. They want to protect their friends. So we're going to come up here and It's primal savagery time.
Oh boy.
If it'll click.
Yeah, it did click a whole bunch
Oh
of times.
boy, I clicked it one time, I promise. It didn't work
okay.
though.
It's almost like my internet is under a big load tonight. I think that you go like flying over the stream, coming down, right? You're the primal savagery manifesting as you like lunge down at this thing, but it's like fast and ferocious and shitness, and you can't find good purchase on it.
Your shitness.
Yeah, all right. That's me moving to my action, and then I think they're just like so embarrassed and sad, and it's like, fine, let's just be stars. And with their bonus action, will turn into the archer again.
Oh, the archer, indeed. Okay, Asturias, that was you on 19. On 17, this thing goes. So it's going to. Nope, that's not a big deal. This doesn't matter. It's going to try to claw you.
Yeah.
8, that's a miss. Right, this one here is going to teleport through the shadows.
What? Whoa.
I think that, like, Babman, you can't see it anymore. Asturias, you can't see it. But Jake...
I can see just a sliver of it.
You, like, out of the corner of your eye, Asturias, you, like, blink. Jake, you see, like, the shadow in front of you suddenly, like stretch off the wall. And underneath Jeffrey, this creature, this, like, horrific-looking little bug, steps out into the middle of the water, wheeling at you. It's going to go for you, Jake. 20! I love big rolls. Jake, you take 8 points of slashing damage.
Whoa.
I need con save, DC 11. We love paralyzation in space.
Space paralysis.
Yeah.
Jake, a big boy.
Jake, it like just like grasps your arm, digging into your thick tortal flesh with this like horrific kind of claw at the end of it. You're able to like wrench your arm out of the way. You are not paralyzed. That's its action. And this one will go. He is just going to do this action here. You see another one at this point. You guys come running out from around the corner over here. And I think that... yeah, as a bonus action, it like dives into this shadow and proceeds to like appear right up here in front of you. You see it like stop looking at you, and then it just like leans into the wall, into the shadows, melting into it, and the shadow in front of you, Rhea, proceeds to like just peel out off of the wall as this thing appears, and it is gonna try to claw you.
Okay, yeah, but if I swear to God I get paralyzed. Loser.
Rhea, that's a 6. That's a solid miss. I think as it like comes out of the wall grabbing for you, you like smash down at the thing's claw. You don't even take damage, let alone get paralyzed.
Great.
Lux, you're up on 14.
Okay, Lux is going to, like, seeing this thing, like, appear, like, freak out for a minute and then, like, center herself.
And then you're going to roll a DC 11 wisdom saving throw as you're overwhelmed with the radiant aura of terror that's coming off of it.
Jeez.
Sorry.
Wisdom save?
Wisdom save. DC 11. The DC is low.
Okay. Oh, boy. All right.
Okay.
And then she's going to cast Hunter's Mark on it.
Got it.
Hunter's Mark.
That's your
Boom.
bonus action.
Yes.
Action.
And she's going to take out her... I guess she's going to take out one of her hand axes. Pulls it out. Moves behind it, so she's flanking. And attacks.
Go for it with advantage. That's a 22. That's a hit. You should turn your archery style off. I think that's still on. Just click that out. Yep. So 20 hits. Go ahead and roll damage plus the Hunter's Mark. For 5, you want to keep that 4? Okay, 5 and 5. That's excellent. Chop! The hand axe like cleaves down into this thing for 10 points of damage. It's like wheeling back back at you. You just feel this kind of like this fear welling up inside of you, but you like clench your jaw, you push past it. Lux, that was your action. Bonus action. Any more movement? You good?
Yeah.
Jake, you're up on 13. I need you to make a DC 11 Wisdom saving throw.
Nope.
That's rough. Jake, you are afraid, which means you have fear. You're frightened until the start of the creature's next turn. So you can't move any closer to it. All attacks have disadvantage against it.
Am I flanking it?
You are.
Yeah.
Break even. I've not seen the global attack modifier. If I'm going to not attack with archery, do I have to remove that?
Yeah, just unclick it. Yeah.
Okay. Jake reaches behind him. Well, one thing, can the mage hand like stick the torch in like a rocky outcropping or something? Is there like or the sand or something? Like just so he doesn't have to like pay attention to that anymore?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's still up for a round, so it could just be holding it. But yes, the mage hand like can jam the torch into like the rocks over here next to you, so it's kind of holding light for sure. Yeah. We hear the bees.
Jake is going to like reach behind him, grab the warhammer and attack two-handed.
Got it. Nice.
He swings at the creature.
Give him the hammer.
19.
That's a hit.
9 bludgeoning, and as he swings and it hits, as he's swinging, the spiral of bees goes up the shaft of the warhammer, and right when the head of the hammer strikes the creature, the bees also like start swarming it, doing another 3 points of piercing damage.
Yes,
that's dope.
Bees. Jake, the beekeeper, he shall endure. Jake, that was your action. Bonus action?
I am good.
Okay, Rhea, you are up. I need a DC 11 Wisdom saving throw. 15. You are not afraid. Jake is with you. Clancy is with you always. You've got this, Rhea.
I feel like if Jake was afraid, I should have just automatically been afraid.
I mean, that's your call. You can willingly fail the save. You have to be brave for Jake.
I think Rhea will cast Bane on all 3 of them. Up to 3 creatures within your choice you can see within range. So they have to make charisma saving throws.
Sick.
Charismatic bugs.
They're not charismatic bugs, as a matter of point.
No, they are.
Rolled like a fucking god. This is brutal. That's -1 on all those rolls. I'm the worst, you guys. Whoa. I'm the worst. Grace, I'm gonna need you to come back next week just so I can torment Rhea. This is rough. This is rough. They're not having it.
Let's just go invisible.
Okay, and so for your bonus action, you use Hidden Step.
Mm-hmm.
And you are invisible. You hear Rhea call out a prayer to Clancy, and these bugs give 0 Fs about Clancy or turtles, and then Rhea vanishes, blinking out of sight. With that, the Badman, you're up on 23. You're out of range of the fear. You do not need to make a wisdom saving throw. You are hidden. What would you like to do?
So I'm going to emerge from the water, ready to strike again. And as I do, I'm going to just catch Rhea go invisible, and the Badmans go, "Help! How did they?"
Oh my gosh!
The Badman will dip. The Badman will dip back in the water, like look around, like,
"Or did you go into the water?"
And it's just like shocked, realizing the urgency of the situation. There's no time. We'll pop out, and I believe with advantage because of stealth, right? Because he's coming from hiding.
Yes.
I am going to throw a psychic blade at the one that Zed is up against right now.
Okay, make an attack roll with advantage. You throw the psychic blade past the flying Asturias.
Man.
Oh, brutal. These dice are not having it tonight. That's a miss. I'm sorry.
The badman will then try to hide again by dipping low into the stream. Once again, flat on his back, mouth up above the water as the bonus action, and he will call out, "Jeffrey, Jeffrey!" As he goes flat on his back. And then I have Jeffrey, who Jeffrey will, hearing the call of the badman, will go, and will run. Is Jeffrey afraid?
Make a wisdom saving throw for Jeffrey. He doesn't have a save there. You just have to click on his wisdom.
All right.
Jeffrey actually wiser than the bugs, so
A 12.
12. He is not afraid. Jeffrey is brave.
Jeffrey is going to run, but unfortunately, I cannot quite find the badman. So it's just like running like over here. So like you just like see like a cat scampering across the cave, and the badman, who can't see above the water right now, just like frantically like whisper shouting, "Jeffrey, Jeffrey!" And that is my move.
That's the badman. Asturias, you're up on 19. I need a wisdom save.
Oh, okay. You got it. +5. With a wisdom of +5.
Asturias, you are definitely not afraid.
No, I sure am not. And with that said, rather than attacking the one that's in front of me, because I am stars, I'm busy. I'm gonna cast Moonbeam on the one that is in between Rhea and Lux.
I think Moonbeam is too big to just get one space. I think it's a 5-foot radius, which means it's like a 10-foot
I don't want to hurt
cube.
my friends. Nope. Screw it. Nope. Not doing that. You're right. Radius. Weird. Okay. Yeah.
D&D taught me geometry, folks. Yeah.
I used to be good at these things. Okay. All right. Well, then let's go back to this fanged constellation is going to try and bite the one in front of me again because it went so well last time.
Primal savagery. 14 hits. Oh no, I totally lied. It's an AC of 15. I thought it was 14. Your fangs hit this thing's carapace, dragging across the shell to no avail. I am sorry, Asturias. That was your action. You got movement and a bonus action.
I got movement and a bonus action. Bonus action, fine. Then I'm going to shoot at the one between Rhea and Lux as an archer. Okay, star archer.
Go for it. This is with disadvantage because you're making a ranged attack roll while you're in melee range. This is brutal. The dice are breaking against the crew of the Dragonfly.
But also, just to clarify, I'm not shooting at the one directly in front of me. I'm shooting at one that is at a distance.
So it's still like the idea is while you're turning to like aim at the other one, this one's
dumb.
like you're in melee combat, and so you're trying to like avoid getting hit from this thing. Like you're a fighter, you know the drill. It's not like a linear like I go now you go. Like it's this like constant perpetual thing that's happening. I feel you, right, Jeremy Crawford? I didn't make that rule up.
You're just telling me the rules. I just think this rule is silly.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of them that I hate, so please.
All right, well, having accomplished nothing, my turn is over.
I feel like there's a lot of that.
Highly relatable.
Yeah, that was Rupert's line in the music.
You know what? Actually, screw it. Let me get away from this thing that I apparently can't bite and also is giving me disadvantage on doing anything else I want to do.
Yeah. Go for it.
Yeah, it can take its opportunity attack. I'm getting out of here. 14 will hit.
Oh, 14 does hit. It lashes out one of these like claw-like pinchers, doing 7 points of damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw. Please, dice. Please, turn for the players.
Con save.
Yay!
Oh! 20! Not scared and very strong. Just can't actually do anything. All right, that's it. I'm done.
That is it. You are done. That is Asturias' turn on 19. With that, these guys go on 17. So this one's going to wheel on you, Lux, as Rhea has vanished. 20. Does that hit?
Yeah.
You take 9 points of slashing damage, and I need a con save.
Okay.
This one's for, I keep wanting to call him Clancy, but his name is Jake.
Scheiße.
You're paralyzed, Lux.
No.
Oh my god, these
This is about to be my
dice.
Wow, this is going
turn.
so poorly.
These dice.
Damn.
This is hairy, you guys. So Jake, the one that goes for you, it grabs at you, but you're able to kind of like rotate a little bit. It cannot get purchase on you with its shell where it is, and I think this is tough. You have more movement, Asturias. Are you moving any further? Is that where you stopped? Or you can? How high are you in the air? I guess is the other question.
Oh, that is the other question. I mean, how tall is this cave?
It's like 30 feet, 35 feet.
I'm probably about half of that. And I'm good now. I don't want to move too far because I want to be able to, like, point at any of them.
Got it. This one comes charging forward at the paralyzed, hapless form of Lux. This attack is with advantage. 13. Does that hit you, Lux?
No.
Amazing. And so I think this one comes racing forward, and even though Lux is like frozen, it grabs at like her midsection, your armor, protecting you. Lux, it is your turn. You may make a new saving throw at the end of your turn.
Yay!
22. You are no longer paralyzed, though that's the end of your
That's my
turn.
turn.
Your turn has been burned. Jake, your turn is up. You're no longer frightened. You may make an attack roll. Or you may do whatever you want. You're muted, though. You should turn that mute off before you do anything.
Do I still get advantage even though Rhea is invisible?
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't know if I had to be aware precisely of her location. So I'm going to, you know what, wheel around with the Warhammer again.
Go for it with the Warhammer with advantage. The bees.
The bees.
20.
That hits.
The buzzing Warhammer does 11 points of bludgeoning and 3 points of bludgeoning damage as well.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
My God.
The mean lock, like not loving life as you like hammer into it with the buzzing Warhammer. Jake, that's your action. Bonus action.
No good.
That's Jake's turn. Rhea, you are up. You reappear from your invisibility.
I would like to cast Inflict Wounds on the one below me. I would just like to get rid of one, you know? That would be nice.
Yes.
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 It's a melee attack though, right?
Yeah, it's a melee spell attack. If you click just the name of the spell, does it dump an attack out or?
Oh.
20! Great.
Yeah.
Great. This is about to be
Is that
6d10 necrotic damage with a first level spell slot.
Woo,
Chromatic
baby.
Orb Who. That is 38 points of necrotic damage. I think that we see the bug creature wither like a freaking raisin. It's like some holy grail type stuff. As it's like
Deflated
the
juice
carapace
bubble.
starts to like rot. The eyes sink back into its head. This bug is disintegrated. It like falls like a withered husk of its former form to the ground.
Shame
Did
we
you
could
just go all
spread
Ark
that
of the
damage out a
Covenant?
little bit.
Did you just go all Ark of the Covenant on it?
That's wild.
Wow.
I think that's just my turn. I think that's good.
This is why you paralyze the cleric early.
3d10 on a first level spell is wild.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Clancy is a strong god. That's all I have to say. But Badman, you are up on 23. Badman, you need to make a wisdom saving throw because you have not successfully made one against them, and you are now in the fear radius. 11 was exactly what you needed to roll. You are afraid, but you are not frightened. Badman, it's your turn.
The Badman is afraid of two things right now. One, not being able to find Jeffrey, and two, how is somebody else in this crew doing invisibility shit? So Badman is alarmed because when he pops back out of the water, Rhea is visible and is disintegrating one of these things, and the Badman is shouting as he's psionic blading the one in front of him. How did you do that? Psychic blade with advantage because coming out of hiding.
20!
Oh my goodness!
You plunge the
Yes.
psychic knife into this thing for 16 plus sneak attack, which I would like you to roll twice because you double all the dice.
Yes.
So that's 16. That's 15, 20. One more sneak attack.
Oh, wow.
Sweet mother of God.
Ooh.
31 points of damage. You know how many hit points they have, Badman? 31 as you drive this psychic blade into the skull of this horrific looking bug. It's just like, and like its body like goes rigid, kind of falling back into you as you shove it down into the river away from you.
And as he shoves it like down into the river, he's like turning his body just enough to see Jeffrey, who is alone and frightened, running around in the cave. And the Badman shouts, "Jeffrey!" And Jeffrey, who I also have control over, is now just spooked at hearing like all of the actions is just going to run a little bit further away. And so the Badman with my move, I'll be like running after Jeffrey.
Okay, cool.
That's what.
I'm going to give Jeffrey some vision because Jeffrey can actually see in the darkness, and this is important. Yep, okay, save that. Cool. That was Jeffrey's turn. Asturias, you're up on 19.
All right, well, let's start with the archer. Now that I'm at a distance and not in melee combat range, even if it's with somebody else.
That's a 12, unfortunately. I am
Yeah.
sorry. You fire your starry arrow down from your angle, and I think we see it like splash into the stream to no avail.
Yeah, Asturias is about to also splash into the stream and just be a sad little puddle of stars is what's about to happen. All right. Guiding bolt time. Let's give it a shot.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's a
finally
solid
something's
hit.
happening here.
Go ahead and roll damage. It's going to ask you what level you want to cast it at.
Just a level 1. Just 15 points of radiant damage with my shooting stars.
The shooting stars come like surging down from Asturias, who like hovers up into the air, hammering into this creature that just once like and falls backwards into the stream, destroyed.
Oh yeah, because
and
Jake keeps
defeated.
hitting that one. Yeah.
Yeah, Jake's been wailing away at that one. With that, all of these things are dead.
Good.
The 5 of you kind of standing here, Jeffrey skittering off towards the edge of the cave, the sounds of the water echoing off the stony chamber.
Well, that was something.
I'm assuming the fear goes away.
Yeah, the fear only lasted one round, so it was already gone last round. You're in good shape.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's right.
I think the Badman is. Jeffrey, come here. Jeffrey, it's over. And then I think Jeffrey is just like gonna keep like going further into the cave as the Badman is like, guys, Jeffrey, help me.
Lux follows.
Lux,
I'll follow.
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey,
Yeah, we're not
wait.
gonna let the two of you go off on your own.
Yeah. As the Badman sounds more and more like Harvey Firestein. Jeffrey,
Oh God.
Jeffrey.
Jake, your friends are like pushing further into the cave. What are you gonna do?
I'm casting Mage Hand and re-picking up the torch.
The bees grab the torch and begin bringing it back towards you.
I think Jeffrey is now at the edge of the stream, just looking down like, and just like lapping water. Very tired, like hot, sweaty, panting from all of the running, just like
Aw,
lapping
poor
up all of the
baby.
water. And the Batman will reach Jeffrey in time as my real cat knocks over shit.
Yeah.
And the Batman will drop down and grab Jeffrey and hold him tight, kissing Jeffrey's head. Oh, Jeffrey, I thought I lost you, Jeffrey. As Jeffrey just like,
I think that all of you hear the sounds of like their footsteps coming, heavy, thudding, pounding footsteps grinding against the gravel of the stone off to the right.
Did you just move from
here.
that measuring point, Kurt?
I wanted us to go south because that place is my specialty. It's my foray.
Get out!
race.
Get out!
Oh, Grace. Oh, Grace.
And I think that, Jake, you see it first as you all hear the like.
Oh, my shit. Oh, my God.
Shitless.
Oh no! Oh my god!
Oh, it's big.
And you turn, the lot of you, and look, and you
Jake-
see.
Jake
Yeah.
takes the shield out the moment that he hears something big coming.
Yeah, that's super fair. Jake, you wheel, turning, looking back, and you see this monstrosity of a behemoth, an enormous bug-like looking humanoid, ogre-sized, four-eyed, and 10-eyed foray, mandibled monstrosity coming towards you guys.
Is this... He turns to Asterius. Is this the thing?
No.
I think this is different than what we
This
saw.
is something. This doesn't.
No.
I mean, Zed can tell you this doesn't look like the token that we saw last week. So, I don't think so.
It doesn't look half scorpion, right?
Something else gross.
Just as big, but not the same.
Indeed. And I think that with that, it like roars, this like echoing kind of sound. And as quickly as we came out, let's roll initiative again.
Hmm. Where? Yeah, here. Okay.
Okay, Badman, Lux, Asturias, Jake, Rhea, here's all of you. The lot of you kicking it. Lux, you're going to act first.
So yeah, I think Lux like jumps up and seeing it like emerge. She's going to Hunter's Mark last, right? Because I'm concentrating on it for an hour.
Indeed, you may shift your hunter's mark. Yep.
Yes. So she's gonna move up a little bit. Keep moving up next to Jake. And will move her Hunter's Mark with her bonus action and take out her longbow and fire at it.
Go for it.
There we go.
26 hits. The arrow like cracks through the carapace, smashing into this thing for 5 plus hunter's mark.
Nice.
Another 5 is 10 points of damage. Got it. That was your turn, Lux. You got anything else?
I think she's just gonna move like this. Okay.
Jake, you're up on 17. You got a shield in one hand.
Jake's gonna gently lay the shield down tenderly on the ground. He's going to cast Hail of Thorns.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And then he is going to fire his longbow.
Do it.
I'll throw Hail of Thorns in the chat. If the damage comes with this, he's not actually... He's waiting to roll damage, so ignore this damage. Yay, I'm glad I said that because it's 1 piercing. Because it only kicks in once he actually strikes in the next minute with a ranged attack. So that was his bonus action. For his action, he attacks with his longbow. AC 12.
Miss. That's a miss. The arrow like hits and deflects off of the edge of the thing. I'm sorry, I'm on your back page. I just want to do that. Yep, that's a miss.
Oh, I'm sorry. I clicked the wrong thing.
You're all good.
Let me just see if I can. I believe I am done. Will you let me pick my shield back up?
Nope.
Okay.
I think that was your turn, Jake. Okay, it goes on 13. Yeah, it comes like barreling forward at you, Jake. Yeah. It's gonna just charge up right here to like the two of you. It's not necessarily the cleverest of things. Okay, it's gonna throw a claw at you, Lux. It's gonna throw a claw at you, Jake.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Lux damage.
Jeez, monster roll.
Jake damage. I know, I'm blowing it up tonight. Lux, you take 6 points of slashing damage.
Yeah.
Jake, you take 12 points of slashing damage.
Yes, I do.
Oh.
And then it's going to bite. It like wheels at you, Lux, and it's going to try to like chomp down into you as you're the one that hurt it. 11. That's a miss.
Yeah.
Okay, it like hits you with one of like these like claw-like hands, right? Like shredding at your arm a little bit, blood like running down, dripping off your elbow. And as it like lunges forward, these huge mandibles closing, you're able to like spin out of the way, moving just too quickly for it. That's its turn. The Badman, you're up on 12. I have bad news. I need you to roll a charisma saving throw.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What did I do?
Nothing.
17.
You started your turn. 17. You are good. As your turn begins and you like turn looking at this thing, its eyes are horrific, Badman. They're like boring into your mind, and you feel like your mind almost starting to like scramble, this confusion washing over you. But you blink your eyes away because you are the knight, and you're good. You're good. You're good. What do you want to do for your action?
I think I would like to find some cover so I can attack it with advantage. Is there natural cover in the cave, or could I just like with Jeffrey like dip back into the water?
It's being flanked. Does he get advantage?
These two are flanking it. Yeah, so check it out. You
Oh,
could
so
do
I will?
this.
Okay, great.
You don't get
could do
advantage. You get
this.
sneak attack.
Well, yeah,
If
he
you-
gets
well,
advantage
if you-
to run 5 feet.
There's two separate things. Like you'll get the sneak attack because your friends are there, but if you want advantage, you could just come charging up to right here and you'll be flanking it. Like you can come darting up next to Jake. That's just your movement. That'll
Yeah,
give
but
you
then
an attack with
it'll
advantage.
get a
Nope. Attack of opportunity, it won't, because you're not leaving its threat range. In other words, this is you closing into its threat range, so it would be like movement, attack, and then you could use your bonus action to disengage if you want.
Yes. So the Badman turning around, shaking his head free of the confusion. Come on, Jeffrey, let's go to work. And Jeffrey on his shoulder goes, wow, as he like points one paw out forward as the Badman and Jeffrey will charge at this thing and will make a psychic blade attack, like super anime style. 19.
Hits.
Or I guess
That's
it's
even
21.
a 21 hits.
For 4, walloping.
And sneak attack and
I
your
get
sneak attack.
Sneak attack as well. For
Oh
4,
boy,
so
that's 8.
an additional 8. And then we're gonna disengage, Jeffrey. As the Badman and Jeffrey will. I think I've got enough movement to like go up to here. Pretty sure.
Yeah, sure. You like leap backwards over into the stream.
Yeah.
Like splashing down there. That's your movement. That's your action. That's your bonus action, Badman. Asturias, you're up on 11.
Yeah, and Jeffrey's
Yeah.
just with me this whole way.
Got it.
Cool. It's Moonbeam time. Right?
Yeah, sure is. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Do it. Moonbeam.
It must have been Moonbeam.
Great. And then yeah.
Can I just have you like click the dialogue bubble that's on your actual
Yeah.
spell list too? Cool. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
What's a good movie? Cool, thanks. That'll be useful. Yeah, we'll use this thing. We love this thing.
Yeah.
This beam of moonlight, 5-foot radius, 40 feet high cylinder, so just beaming straight from the top of like the cavern down.
I am the stars. I am the moon.
When a creature
I
enters the spell's area for the first
You
time
are
on
the
its
night,
turn.
but I am the things in the night. Like
Yeah.
you're the darkness, and then I'm the stuff lighting up.
Together, like we're a large portion of the sky.
Oh gosh,
And I believe
Asterius.
it's been less than 10 minutes, so I'm probably still a starcher, yeah?
Yes, you are a
Yeah.
starcher.
Alright, let's see what we got here.
Give it the starch. That's another 5 points of radiant damage. Sick. Well
Stars will
played.
get you, man, right there in the moonbeam.
Yes, we see the winged tiefling like conjure the moonlight, fire the shooting stars, arcing down into this freaking beast, like hammering into the top of its head. Carapace starting to crack. I totally screwed up. I need you also to make a charisma saving throw because you're within 30 feet of it. We will not take away anything that happened here, but you're cool. You
Crushing
made your
it.
saving throw. You feel confusion washing over you, but you are focused. You've seen some hell in the last couple of days. You're in good shape, Asturias. That's your turn. Rhea, you're up on 7. I need a charisma saving throw.
Yeah, she got
Yes,
I'm
Rhea.
worried
Rich,
about
I didn't
it.
move on my turn, which I don't necessarily want to, but if I stay where I am I going to have to make a charisma save next time too?
Indeed you are. There's a 30-foot kind of diameter range around it here. I will change the color just to make it a little bit more clarity. But yeah, if you move, like you could, well, no, it will go all the way up to the ceiling. Here, we'll do this. How about that? Bing. That is the range. Everybody within that range is going to have to make a save at the start of their turn of that turquoise.
I don't see.
I don't
You
see.
don't see the
Okay,
It's-
good.
I,
It's
see it on
not
the,
just
I
me.
see it on the stream.
Yeah.
That's cheating.
Cheating.
Oh, is that cheating?
You might be able to see monsters that are.
Yeah, you might see
Coming.
secrets.
Oh shit! I was trying to read the chat. Oh, I didn't even know.
Oh no,
Okay.
you can read the chat. You're fine. I'm not going to really
Sorry.
show you too much. It's
Oh,
all right.
no.
It's all right.
I'll never look again.
This.
Anyway, we're all deeply in the thing, so.
I know. Yeah, you're in bad shape.
Yeah.
This is the edge here. You know, you have to like fly at. You would have to fly to like here.
I mean, I can fly to there. I haven't used
Yeah.
any movement.
Nope,
Okay.
you totally can.
All right, I'm going to do that. That seems
Okay.
like the decision to make.
Okay. And then Rhea, you're up.
The moonbeam is over top of the thing, right? It's not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually-
I
it's been
keep, like,
wiggled,
moving
but
it.
that
Yeah.
is where.
Okay, great. Because that's where I would like to be. Is right there. Flanking with the turtle. I mean, it worked last time. Why not inflict wounds on this thing?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Advantage.
Give it the inflict wounds with advantage.
If it tain't broke.
If it ain't broke.
25 hits.
Woo.
And yeah, you can upcast if you want. You're just giving it first level. Holy
Yeah.
crap. Rhea, you're a freaking beast.
Wow.
21 points of necrotic damage as you step in, like reaching out to touch this thing, and you just see like the carapace around it like wither and kind of turn black, this necrotic energy fusing into it. It's like Rhea, that was your action. You have a bonus action? Anything else?
I don't think I can. Can't cast spiritual weapon because it's a spell. I'd be casting 2 spells in the same turn.
This is
right?
where
I
we'll
can't-
like confuse everybody on the Discord, but like I don't care about that stuff. Of course you can burn all your spell slots as fast as possible. You want a spiritual weapon?
Oh, I want to bring out chompers.
Yeah, Chompers. Here he is. He's right there.
Chompers!
The spectral turtle appears next to Rhea. 21. That totally hits.
Oh, that's so good.
5.
For 5, an additional 5 points of damage. I have to keep moving the moonbeam so I can
Yeah.
just do damage on this thing. It is, it's looking not awesome anymore. I mean, like, there's a moonbeam beaming down on it. It's got the withered flesh on the side. There's a spectral turtle chomping at it, a real turtle on the other side. Rhea, that was your turn.
Yep.
Lux, you're up. I need a charisma saving throw.
Oh, come on now.
DC is going to be 13. Oh, you guys are rolling good. That's what I like to see. Lux, you're up.
She's got her hand axes. She pulls them out from her belt and slice. Not with the
15
+2.
without the +2.
Without
1 second. That's a miss. You hammer the hand axe into it, like it's got this like hard shell. Yeah.
Bonus action, dual wielding.
Oh, sick. Bonus action, the second hand axe. Crack! Nope, both of them just like deflecting off of this thing's like exoskeleton. Lux, that was your action. That was your bonus action. No movement?
Nope. Staying right
Jake, you're up. I need a charisma saving throw.
Kurt, you're muted.
Not gonna go well.
Come on, Jake.
Hey.
And with that, it like you go, Jake. Your turn comes, and you like glance up. You just can't help it as it like is like turning, looking down at you, and its 4 bug-like eyes just penetrate you. You are confused. You can't take any reactions. I need you to roll an 8-sided die.
Oh.
7. On a 7 or 8, the creature makes 1 melee attack against a random creature or does nothing if anything is in reach. So you can make a melee attack against it.
So he's dropping his bow, taking out his warhammer, and swinging for the fences.
Go for it.
Come on.
Oh,
That's
14.
a miss. Bam! The warhammer like smashes up against the shell to no avail. You can't use your reactions. You don't have your bonus action. You're still confused. That's your turn, Jake. It goes. It is going to. What do we got here? Oh, okay. It's going to try to bite the horrific furbolg with the touch of death. 14. That is a miss. It will throw a claw at you, Rhea. 26. Here, it's just going to give you everything, actually. 26 and 25. So both claws hit you, Rhea, for 17 points of damage total. I think the first one, like, knocks your shield back into you, and the second one, like, swinging around, like, digs into your back from behind, like, gouging you, even, like, through the armor. That's its turn. Badman, you're up on 12.
Wait, you got to do my moonbeam.
I do. You're right. Thank you for that. Thank you. Good druiding. Good druiding. Roll some moonbeam damage.
I did. You need to roll it like when I clicked it. So you roll con save DC 13.
That's 14, so it's probably going to take half damage. Moonbeam.
Yeah, so it takes 7 because I rolled
7.
14.
God, it's 7 points of radiant damage. It is really not loving life. Yeah, Jake, you're going to be up.
Me, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Sorry, Bevan.
Charisma save, is that right?
Yes, sir. DC is 13. Oh, that's a critical one, Badman. You pop, or you're not underwater. You like it's looking past Jake and like glares at you with this kind of like horrific look. These 4 bug eyes. You are confused. You can't take reactions. I need you to roll 1d8.
It's a 3.
3 on a roll of 1 to 4. The creature does nothing. You stand transfixed. Your like mind muddled with like horrific confusion as this thing is like just like completely disrupted your mind. Jeffrey could act.
Yeah, Jeffrey's just like just like pawing at the badminton, just like gesturing at the thing, whereas the badminton's like, I am the knight. I am the knight. I swear, I promise I'm the knight. And that'll be the move. That's it.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Asterius, you're up on 11.
Cool. Moonbeam's going to hang out. We will do the archer first if my character sheet cooperates. Here we go.
Bonus action archer shot.
Bonus action, archer shot. Shoot those stars. Miss with those
11
stars.
is a miss. Yep. The stars deflect off of its shell into the air.
Where is my... Here it is. Okay. Guiding bolt time. Yeah!
20!
More shooting stars. These ones will work. Or
19.
19
Nice.
points of damage, Asterius, as you blast this thing with the star beam. And meanwhile, it is now glowing. The next attack against it will have advantage.
it's
Asterius-
already in the moon.
I know. It's too good. That was your action. That was your bonus action. Do you have some movement?
I'm good.
Rhea, you're up.
I'll use inflict wounds again. Why not?
Okay,
Last
go
spell
for it.
slot
Mhm.
with advantage. Oh,
That's a miss. You burn your spell slot as you like reach out for it, and it's like trying to like get at you. Yep.
Rhea will touch, like sort of like has been hidden is like this little turtle shell necklace where we'll touch it to use harness divine power to regain a level 1 spell slot.
Amazing. That is rad.
Mm-hmm. And that is my turn.
Lux, you're up on 22.
Who is Matt?
I'm assuming I need to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, I needed to do that too, did I not?
Yeah, so technically, check it out. You can avert your eyes to like not look into its gaze if you would like, though that's going to mean your stuff's going to be at disadvantage, or you make the charisma save.
But I'm still flanking, so just be a straight roll.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll do that then.
Okay, so you're
She'll
like looking
kinda-
down, not like refusing to like look up and like actually make eye contact with it. Go for it.
So this time I will use my bonus action to do planar warrior.
Starry bitch.
And well, hopefully I can hit it. 18.
18 hits.
Plus Hunter's Mark. Plus
Nice.
planar warrior.
Sick.
All right,
No.
who's laughing
The
now?
Good.
That's
Turns into
16
more.
points of damage on a 1. That's how bad. Tell me if Rangers aren't cool anymore. That's how badass Horizon Walkers are. Lux, that was your action. That was your bonus action. No movement, right?
No movement. She'll stay.
Jake, I need you to roll 1d8.
I do nothing.
2. You do nothing. What does that look like? Got it. This thing goes. It wheels on you, Lux. Does not like.
Yeah.
Claw. 20. Does that hit?
Yeah.
12 misses, right?
Yeah.
You take 13 points of
Oh,
slashing
no.
damage.
Okay, Lux looks really bad.
And it's going
death's
to.
door.
And it's gonna bite Rhea again because of the horrific touch of death.
It's
18 hits.
Yeah.
This is gonna look like more damage than it is. Don't panic. It's 16 points of damage, which is still a lot.
Don't panic.
I'm down.
No.
Down.
Lux, you see Rhea drop next to you. The turtle disappears. Rhea hits the ground. Boom! Badman, you are up. I need a 1d8.
Does he
gonna
get to
be
make the
real
saving throw again at all? Oh my god, brutal.
No, it's a nightmare. No, they don't get to remake the saving throw. This is a real giant pain in the ass. We're into like a dangerous death spiral here. Badman, once again, you are overwhelmed with confusion. There is no action for you to take.
Oh, wait, you went and you didn't do the moonbeam.
I did. Give me Moonbeam.
Here come moonbeam.
Here come Moonbeam.
Here
I'm the
come
worst on these
moonbeam. Gotta
streams.
flick
I
two
get all kinds of
things.
like carried away, and I just get like the frantic momentum. Okay, so it takes 6 points of radiant damage. Which
Oh,
means
wait, but
it
is it at a
drops.
disadvantage?
Why?
It wouldn't matter
Because
because 13.
because of the stars.
No, it was the next attack against it
Got it,
is
got it,
at
got it.
advantage. Check it out. It dropped at the beginning of its turn. Rhea and Lux, you didn't just get hit. It died right before it attacked you.
Oh my god.
Moonbeam!
Moonbeam.
Yes, Moonbeam. Oh my goodness.
Are we
And
confused?
No, as it drops, your minds, like, you regain some clarity. The muddle leaves your minds. You are no longer confused. The moonbeam, like, searing down on this massive bug form in the middle of the room. Kind of smoke rolling up off of it. Rhea and Lux, you had a vision of a future that was much uglier than what just transpired.
Was that an Umber Hulk hybrid?
It was like an Umber Hulk, wasn't it? But actually, it was an ogre who had mutated into an insectoid being. Space.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Lux, you look not good, right?
Well, I'm better now that our future didn't happen.
Because I have one spell slot left that I can cure wounds.
I've got a bunch of spell slots left. I could also cure wounds.
Clancy's not
also
feeling
can
great.
Okay, we can all cure wounds. I'm gonna cure wounds on myself, I think.
I'm gonna cure wounds on myself as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
We're all just like,
Terrible, terrible, terrible.
The badman is just still up, like north in the cave, just like quaking. I swear I'm denied. holding Jeffrey really tight as Jeffrey's just like kind of like licking at his grapey beard.
Lux will go over to him. You okay?
You can see me.
Yes.
I'm okay.
Everything's all right. We did it.
Clancy's not okay.
It was pretty terrifying.
Clancy.
Not Clancy.
Clancy-
Jake. Clancy's amazing.
Oh.
Clancy.
Did you just Clancy yourself? Did you?
He did. He Clancy'd himself. I don't feel that bad anymore. I don't feel that bad anymore. Oh, dude, amazing. That's amazing, Kurt.
Does Jake look rough?
Oh yeah.
Oh. Lux, like as she's passing Jake, will hit him with a cure wounds.
Or do we? Well, before you do, are we?
Oh yeah. Do we want to rest? Maybe.
Do we need to take a short rest or?
Now that we all cast cure wounds, we're talking about taking.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's usually how it works. Yeah.
Okay, hit me.
Well, do we want to rest? Because
Do I get my wild shape back on a short rest or only on a long rest?
You sure do. You get your wild shapes back on a short
Well,
rest.
then I would still happily take a short rest.
let's do it. Just sit down by the stream. Just take a breather.
Yeah, I'll take a short rest. Sure.
Okay. So where are you guys going to group up? You want to just gather kind of like right here where you are by the edge of the stream?
Yeah.
This
Close
little
to the entrance.
islandy
Yeah.
embankment over here was there's some. It looks like there's 3 pieces of wood, technically enough to make a lean-to.
A lean 3.
Yeah, it is a lean 3.
3. A lean 5. Guess
Where's
that's-
It is a lean 3.
Where's Nanaki's tiny hut when you need it?
Yeah.
Hanging out in
really.
Glarendar, man.
We love a tiny hut. Okay, so you guys are going to hunker down over here to take a short rest by the couple pieces of wood. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, I will. I'll stand guard if need be. I don't need any rest.
I never rest.
I never rest. I never,
But
I never rest. I never sleep.
Here's my
I'm awake. You're asleep.
Here's my question, Badman. Are you going to sit there with your friends? You want to put yourself somewhere else? Where are you standing guard?
I'll just stay. I don't. I think it's like standing guard.
Got it.
As he's just like hasn't moved because he's still really scared.
I got it. I think that I'm going to have you make a perception check.
Okay.
Just you.
That's a 10. My rolls are shit tonight.
Not just yours.
Except that one. That one roll was great.
Yeah. You had a couple of good rolls. Yeah, there was a good stealth to start everything off when you were crawling through the grass up on villagers. But
and a big tall guy that we didn't know.
Yeah, there was a
Badman. Badman's gonna Badman.
There was a scary big tall guy. So the lot of you like sit down to take your short rest. But I think that
wants
as you
us all
kind
to
of
die
gather,
today.
I think you hear a voice.
Great. Thank you all for watching Dragonfly. It was really good to have you.
It's been real. It's been real. We'll have a whole new cast next week.
Literally, Rich and I were talking about
Oh,
the session
there's our
today,
guy.
and he's like, you know what we never do? We never like interrupt a short rest. And I'm sitting here the whole time, like, he's gonna interrupt our short rest.
We don't. I'm quite blessed to have like this awesome group of people, a number of whom are dungeon masters over at the Post Show Recaps Patreon Discord, and we do collaborate and conspire often. And you all give me wonderful ideas, like the fact that we never do interrupt a short rest. But there was just a vicious melee here. There were not fireballs going off, but there was a lot of monsters roaring. There was a lot of badmen yelling about the night, and the cat mewed quite loudly. I'm sorry, Jeffrey. He's got a name.
How dare you blame Jeffrey for this?
I'm not blaming Jeffrey, but there's some portion of the scale there that he put his paws on. And so I think that as you all kind of gather to take this short rest, out from around the corner, you see this kind of like half ogre, like walking beside this massive scorpion-like monstrosity. And it just like stops here at the edge. And it's like, I think it calls to the lot of you. You will not let us live. You will continue coming and hunting. We sought only the power to overthrow these tyrants who cast us aside so long ago. Now you will die for them. Does anybody say anything?
Jake's remaining absolutely still in case they go away.
It's like standing here, and I think it like pulls the sword off from its hip, and it has like this chained kind of flail in the other hand. It's
I think
glaring
Lux
at
stands up and is like, "No, you!" And she'll fire her longbow at it.
Okay, yeah, go for it. Roll initiative. I think as you're like say no you, and you the bow comes up and you're prepared to fire, it's like you should have left that creature with us. We're going into like the 1, 2, 3 triple combat. I hope this is okay. It's 10:52. Does anybody need to go?
All good. I forgot to click my token when I.
Oh, okay. What'd you get?
20.16.
Wow, you and me, Badman, right in sync this whole time. I go right after you every time.
The Badman. You're
Together
up.
we're the sky. We're the sky. We're
Together
the whole
we
thing.
are the sky.
You're the stars. You're the moon. I'm the night.
Yeah, man. The night sky, it's red.
Night's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did you say it's my move?
Yeah, it is. Indeed, it is, Badman.
I'd like to. Can I get some cover so that I'm going to be able to do things, or no? Is there nowhere to cover?
You could try. Yeah, sure. I mean, you could get right over here, behind this.
What
here
about
rock.
what about
That's
up
where I
to like
was.
my upper right, like the closer to the start of the yeah?
Oh yeah,
Let's do that.
for sure.
Initiative starts and the bad man runs away.
Yeah, very classic. Very classic. As he does, you do hear him go, shit, Jeffrey, come on. crap. As the badman waddles upstream, come on, let's go. Moves around the corner and is going to just like flop a psychic blade in the direction of this giant, crazy, weird thing.
Make a stealth check as your bonus action when you come running up here, right? The idea is like you break line of sight, make
Yep.
your stealth check to see if it actually like loses track of you. Okay, make the attack roll. Just checking his passive perception.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Oh my god.
No, it actually does. His passive perception kind of sucks, and so you, in fact, beat it with a 13, which is amazing.
Which means
So
I have
you-
advantage.
You get advantage. The psychic blade comes out at a 20. That hits. Go ahead and roll damage plus sneak attack.
6 plus sneak attack. So 8. We got
14 points of damage as the psychic blade comes like crashing into this thing, and it's like hissing like, all of you will die for the Imperials. That was the Badman's turn. Asturias, you're up on 20.12.
Yeah. Okay. Picked some weird spells. Okay. Great. Let's. Is that right? Is that what I want to do?
Options.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's a lot. Like coming into like full on spellcasters for the first time, right? You get a couple of levels, you get so many spells, it's hard to figure out what you want to do. Sometimes.
Okay. This is chaos. We're gonna. Okay. I'm gonna cast Shillelagh on my quarterstaff. Is what I'm doing as my action. Oh no, it's a bonus action. Oh, son of a gun. Because I want to use my bonus action to turn into a chalice.
Oh yeah.
Because I feel like healing is a thing we might need really soon.
Might be.
Since we didn't finish that short rest. Dang.
The Badman's gonna call it. We could always run away.
Retreat is an
Yeah,
option. Houston, that's too good, Taylor.
And we have this other guy too, right? Oh, that's
Yeah, there's like a half ogre next to him who's like also got a weapon. Yeah.
I'm telling you, there's 2 of them. It's totally fine if we run.
Okay. Well, since I'm gonna go chalice instead of archer, this is silly. I'm gonna
it's Philly.
do it.
That's me, yeah. Who's Philly?
Our silly.
Yeah, our silly.
All right, let's run up to the. We're gonna go for the half ogre guy. Can I come here? Yes. Let's do that. Come right here. Try this primal savagery again. See what happens.
Oh boy, Asturias going in hard. You come
Listen.
flying up.
They're running out of patience. They're frustrated with their rolls. They're still rolling like garbage and clicking too many times.
Oh, I thought it was that 19.
I did too. I got so excited for a minute because 19 would have hit, but a 13
Yeah, sure,
does
of
not.
course.
As
Yeah,
you,
no,
like,
why would it? No.
you
Okay,
cleave
fine.
down to bite at this guy, and he's got this big axe that he just kind of like swings at you to swat you away, and he's like, never tasted one of you before. We're gonna kill you all.
Yeah. All right, and now I'm gonna turn into a starry chalice as my bonus action.
Got it. And so that brings us to Rhea on 19. You know what nobody has to do? Roll saving throws at the start of their turn. Rhea, you're up. What would you
That
like
much
to
is
do?
good. That's nice.
I'll use all my movement to move towards them. So
So we see Rhea come like charging past Clancy, like through the stream.
but I can't quite get close enough, so I will cast Spiritual Weapon and attack with my turtle.
Sick.
My last spell slot.
Oh boy, that's big time. That's a hit.
Just the 5, though.
It's the 5 points of damage, not 11, but still, Chompers like appears, cleaving down on him, the spectral floating turtle in the air next to this massive creature, Vagrak, like, where did you all come from? That's your action, or that's your movement. That's your bonus action. You still have an action if you want to dash or do anything else, or I don't know, anything else.
Ooh, sure, I'll get right up in there.
Wow, Rhea, brave. Okay, sick. With that, it's their turn.
It's
So I think that,
Jake's turn.
oh,
Yeah.
it is. How did that happen? How did that occur? I'm sorry. Jake, you're up.
Jake is going to cast Hail of Thorns again.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Rhea. Necessary loss. He's going to fire an arrow at the big guy.
Go for it.
If it's possible to target the southwest flank of the
It's also really
big guy.
tall.
Yeah, like
too.
up and over. Up and over. Rhea's saying that.
Never mind.
Up and over.
We're good.
Up and over. Up and over.
I'm
Up
so
and
tall
over.
too.
Really warping Rhea's worldview towards turtles.
I know.
Yeah.
You know, when we first started this trip, I thought the world of Jake, but he's no Clancy, that's for sure.
He misses, so there's no disenchantment of Jake that happens this round.
It's true. The arrow, like, you go for the up and over, but you don't get the arc just right. It lands cracking into the stone harmlessly behind Jake. That was your action. You have movement and your bonus action, so you have movement.
Oh, wait, does AC 12 hit? No? Okay. I forgot that I had the archery fighting style. He'll cross. I know he's not supposed to, but he will cross the stream.
Please.
It would be bad.
It would be bad. It would be bad. Thank you. Important safety tip. So he's done.
Got it. Asturias, this half ogre takes a swing at you with this giant axe. 17.
That'll hit.
Rough. You take 12 points of slashing
Really
damage.
glad I
as he's
cast that Cure Wounds on myself when we didn't get our short rest. Okay.
Meanwhile, this big thing is gonna go. It's on poor Rhea. It's got the sword in one hand. 21.
Yeah.
This is rough for 9 slashing. And then it's gonna lash at you with the spiked flail type chain with the other hand. 15.
Jeez.
Your shield like batters away this like gnarly chain as it slashes down at you. Look at that cat. I just saw that cat. That was its turn. Lux, you're up on 8.
Jeffrey.
I think I have a Jeffrey wandering around here somewhere. That might be it. Yeah. Yes. So, Lux, you're up.
Okay, so bonus action, move the hunter's mark to the big guy.
Got it.
Yeah, I guess she's going to use her planar warrior again
Mm-hmm.
and fire her longbow.
That's a hit
Yeah.
for 11 plus Hunter's Mark. Ooh,
Jeez.
I mean, that's still 8.
Yeah, that could have been so much better though.
that's
It
11,
is.
22
Pretty
points
wild.
of damage
Pretty
altogether.
wild, yeah.
Yeah, that's actually
Couldn't be
ridiculous.
Better.
I think that you're like, the arrow like surges, and I think it hits him in the face and like knocks the helmet off. You know, it's like a Xerxes moment as the helmet goes like flying back, clattering behind, and we see this like blood, this like black kind of thick viscous blood, almost like sap pouring out of his face as he like scowls past the furball, getting the turtle towards you. Lux, that was your action. That was your bonus action. Badman, you're up on 20.
Did you know that Paulo from Lost was Xerxes?
Dude, my mind just exploded. I think I did realize that at one point, but that's like ridiculous. What's that guy's name?
Rodrigo Santoro.
Rodrigo Santoro. Yeah. He's pretty incredible, actually. The guy's a good actor.
Do we want to talk about that instead of keeping ourselves in like immediate immense danger right now? Because I could certainly filibuster.
I kind of do.
All right, the badman will run as the Wiggler filibusters. No. Am I still hidden, or do I need a stealth?
You need a stealth, yeah, because you used your stealth at the beginning last round, so go for it.
God, my roll.
Brutal, dude.
Whatever. Forget it. I will throw, but I have no advantage. I'll just throw.
You don't have advantage, but you will get sneak attack if you hit, because your friends are like fighting it, you know.
We're all up in there.
Did that
15 hits. It has an armor class of 15.
You idiot. Eat psychic blades.
Plus sneak attack.
Even as the bad.
Yeah.
Whoa. That's 20 points.
You idiot, you stupid, dumb idiot.
Stupid troll.
You dumb ogre scorpion thing. Eat psychic blades, you moron.
Badman, that was your bonus action. That was your action. You have movement if you would like to use movement.
No, I'm staying, and Jeffrey is sitting atop my head, and Jeffrey's going.
Asterius, you're up on 20.
Yeah. Okay. Now I'm gonna cast Shillelagh on my quarterstaff.
Oh, sick.
I can drop it in the chat for everyone's sake, including
Shillelagh is a classic, magnificent D&D spell of the druids from the ages past. That's your bonus action. The wood of your quarterstaff becomes enchanted. You now may attack with it utilizing your wisdom instead of your strength. Go ahead. Make a Shillelagh attack.
Love that. Let's do it. Quarterstaff. Two-handed. I'm not holding anything else.
But you should be able to click actual Shillelagh instead of quarterstaff.
Oh, can I?
Which will keep that roll for the sake of things to like say like yes you hit, but go ahead and roll Shillelagh damage.
Okay, click it in the spell list because I don't see it in the attack list. Let's see what happens if I just click this.
Didn't work, huh?
No.
Okay. Oops. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna muck with your sheet. Let me.
Unless I'm just missing it. There's a lot of stuff in there because of all those spells.
Rich, I've also been rolling 2d8 with Flame War. It's totally supposed to be 1d8.
Okay. Can you tweak it?
Yeah,
you got
I
it?
did. I just wanted to let you know.
Bear with me 1 second.
We should restart the game.
Yeah. So you're back in the village. There's a guy with a flying carpet.
Load most recent save.
Really? Here's a Shillelagh. It's at the very top of your list there, Asturias.
I got you. Yeah.
Yeah, that still hits. Click the damage off that attack.
Mm-hmm.
That's not even possible. How is that possible? Something's not right. Let me double check. I'm doing like
1d6 minus 1.
It's still 6 points of damage because you have +5 to your modifier. I will fix this in between rounds. Asturias. Yep.
Yeah.
That was your action. That was your bonus action. That's your turn. Rhea, you're up on 19.
I will attack with my spear, one-handed. Ooh,
oh no, that was
miss. But then the chompers will attack.
Chompers.
23 hits. Go ahead.
7 force damage.
For 7 points of force damage. This guy looks really rough. He looks like badly hurt. Rhea, that was your action. That was your bonus action. Jake, you're up on 14.
Jake is going to cancel concentration on his Hail of Thorns. Jake is going to fire his longbow.
Mm-hmm. That is brutal. That's a critical one. You fire 8. That's still a miss. I think you're like, there's like so much kind of commotion. You're trying to avoid Rhea. The hesitation of like damaging her. You cancel the Hail of Thorns. It's a rough shot. Jake, that was your action. Movement bonus action.
Jake is going to cast Zephyr Strike on himself.
Yeah.
Oh, sick. Nice bonus action. Okay, that brings us to Vragic's turn. I think that this, like, mutated scorpion ogre, he just, like, screams at all of you. And he's like, you have no idea the life we've lived. We fight for everything. You may smite me down, but my clan will not end their war. We will fight for so long as it takes to gain power in this cursed place. And it's going to attack. It's going to send the spiked chain for Rhea. The longsword as well. 17 hit.
Missing a hit.
Okay, so the longsword catches you in the shoulder, Rhea, for 8 points of slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And the half ogre again with the great axe goes for Asturias in the air. 19. Asturias, you take 7 points of slashing damage. That's those guys. Lux, you're up on 8.
Okay. Yeah, Planar Warrior. Firing again.
Do it.
Do it.
That's a hit.
Nice.
9 plus Hunter's Mark.
Yeah.
Plus Planar Warrior.
Oh my gosh.
Regardless, that is 13 points of damage, which even after adjusting the damage from the Planar Warrior the first time, I think like the second arrow, this one not grazing a cheek, but like fires right into like one of his eyes. And as he's like ranting and screaming about how his clan will rise up and have their revenge, his head like snaps backwards. He staggers away from Rhea and like topples over, crashing his body at the edge of the lake.
Wow.
The longsword like clattering to the stone in front of Rhea's feet. Lux, that was your action. That was your bonus action. Badman, you're up on 20.
Badman goes, yes. Thinking he may have had something to do with that. The Badman is then going to do another stealth check. It's a 16.
Got it.
Nice.
Yep, this guy has no clue you're here. You have
got-
advantage.
He's gonna throw some psychic blades. 10.
Good God.
That ain't
These
great.
brawls. Nope. I think the psychic blade like comes flying, but it's a tough. Again, like your friends are kind of in the way. You're trying to make sure you don't accidentally stab Rhea in the back of the head with the psychic blade because you watched her disintegrate one of those bugs when you came in here, and she's scary. So yeah, you miss. I'm sorry.
And he
Batman.
does not want her to die because he still has so many questions about the invisibility.
Yep.
So I think he's still just like, he's like, dang it! All right, well, I definitely was responsible for killing that other one, so I shouldn't feel that bad about it, Jeffrey, should I?
And Jeffrey responds to it by going, and that'll be my turn.
Sure, yes, you're up on 20.
I'm gonna scoot over one spot. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on Rhea.
Oh, thank you.
You got it. It's self-serving too, because then I get to also heal myself with my chalice.
There's a lot of really low
Well, I'll
hit point
take it.
trackers out
Yeah,
here on this map, right?
I'm sitting at 2 myself. Okay, so that's 4 for Rhea, as I'm like star floating across in front of this ogre guy, and then 4 for myself. And I think it's not as good as I wanted it to be.
It's not, but that's still meaningful. That was your action. What about a bonus action?
Bonus action was the star chalice.
Right, I forgot. That actually burned your bonus action. Rhea, you're up on 19.
Can I move below?
Yeah.
Can I get flanking? It's not going to be stepping on this.
Yeah, I think that, like, it's kind of sprawled around. You, like, rotate around, and I think you kick a couple of the legs aside
Get
and
outta
step in, like, straddling over, like, the like, dead legs underneath you. And I think the half ogre is just like, no, Fragak!
Sorry, I'm gonna stab.
Sorry.
He's like, Clan, cast off, we'll have revenge. As you stab him for 7 points of piercing damage. That's totally a hit. Bonus action.
Yeah. Chompers. Move chompers. Just attack.
Chompers.
Sorry. Ah, 12.
12 is a miss. I'm sorry. Chompers
It's all right.
has missed. Jake, you're up on 14.
Jake moves here. Jake attacks with his Warhammer.
With advantage, you're totally flanking. 20. Wait, you said 20?
I didn't say no. He's
Okay.
attacking Warhammer.
I didn't say anything.
My bad, my bad. I like glanced away and looked back at the chat.
yeah.
24 hits. Yeah, go ahead, roll damage.
Yeah.
7 plus.
bludgeoning, and then the swarm attack for 6.
Oh,
Awesome.
the bees like swarming. He's like,
Is
no!
Is this thing allergic to bees by any chance?
You know what? Let's see. What's the probability? How many ogres? What's the percentage? Does anybody in the chat? Aiden, are you still in the chat? What's the percentage of ogres that are allergic to bees? It's probably like 15% of ogres are allergic to bees, right?
Approximately 5 to 7.5% of people experience a
So
severe
twice
allergic
as many
reaction.
ogres are allergic to bees.
Oh.
This particular ogre, not allergic to bees, unfortunately. I rolled a 47, not a 15 or lower. But it's still, it's allergic to is death. And so now that it's its turn, it doesn't want to die. It's going to run.
We're not done.
Okay, you finish up.
I step away.
You step away? Okay, so he takes an attack of
No,
opportunity
he doesn't,
at you.
because Zephyr Strike prevents attacks of opportunity.
Oh, you monstrous bastard. Unfortunately, now you cannot take an attack of opportunity at him as he runs. But Freya and Asturias, you may.
Cool. I always forget this. It's got to be like a weapon attack, right?
Yeah, so you've got your shillelagh
But I've got my
quarterstaff.
shillelagh. That's right.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage, Grace. That's 3.
That one.
Oliver.
Is he running into the water?
Uh-huh.
Rich, what should I roll? I'll just type it because I'm confused about this shillelagh business right now.
The shillelagh up top is actually correct. If you just want to click the first thing at the top of your attack rolls, that's correct.
Hang on, okay.
I have fixed it. Yep.
Okay. I'll say what level? Out? No. It's a cantrip. Why are you asking me levels?
Oh.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh,
That's
yeah.
a hit. Go ahead and roll
That's a
damage.
hit.
1d8 plus 3. 11 points of bludgeoning damage. You like smash him in the back of the head with the shillelagh. He looks like badly hurt, blood running down his head, axe in hand. He turns and like runs into the lake, and he starts like wading out into the lake. It's kind of difficult terrain. He can only get that far. Lux, you're up on 8.
No.
Does the spiritual weapon get an attack of opportunity?
Negative.
Okay.
I'll run up.
You come like charging forward, darting past Jake. You see this like half ogre wading out into the lake, like "Arr!" like glancing over his shoulder, trying to escape.
All right. Planar warrior. No hunter's mark because it's
Okay, got it.
on the
Your
other
bonus
guy.
action is to plane a warrior to focus on him. Go ahead and make your attack roll. 16 is a hit
Yes.
for 10 plus.
Yes.
Yeah, he's dead. You put an arrow, and I think that it just like hits him straight in the back of the neck. You see his body keel forwards, and the water ripples as blood disperses into it. And with that, the sounds of battle diminish and fall away. Merely the cavern filled with the echo of the running stream reverberating off the walls. And I think we hear Jeffrey like, meow.
Meow. Meow.
You also hear a buzzing of the bees.
It's perpetual. The white noise that
Very
is Jake's bees.
ASMR.
Just shut up, Todd.
Yeah, no, please.
Todd, no.
Todd, no.
Todd, no.
No.
No,
please.
no, Todd, please. You've killed Vragik, the transmuted Vragik, the mutant, leader of this band of the Cast-Offs, the kidnapper of Alis.
Kathy Bagrick O'Brien.
Yes, Kathy
There you go,
Favrick
there you
O'Brien. There it is. Wait, who's Kathy Favrick O'Brien? So you all tell me. Bagrick is dead.
He was dumb. He got what was coming. Didn't he, Jeffrey?
Sydney Jeffrey.
Does he have anything on him? He has that
Yeah.
like mace. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
He had this spiked chain. He had a long sword. As you're like kind of scoping out the rest of them, he has like big kind of huge like sack tied to a belt at his hip. The belt itself looks like it's made of like bronze, and you think it's probably worth about 25 gold pieces.
Cool. Take that.
And when you open the like pouch to check inside of it, I think that you find like a kind of half like rotted little like moldy haunch of meat with some like, you know, kind of blue mold growing on it. You're not sure if that's a delicacy here or just if he's gross, but there's another like small velvet purse that like you pull the drawstrings on and you open a little bit, and there's like a fistful of emeralds. What you see is like 24
Emeralds?
Yeah,
Bam!
yeah, bam, 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 bam. There's 24 emeralds in there, each of which you think is worth probably somewhere around 20 gold.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yep.
Nice.
Team,
And
look what we found.
There is also a ring that looks like it came from like a human or a half elf that's still attached to a finger.
I will pull it off. Does it come off? Does it come off?
Yeah. The finger seems to be like a little bit dehydrated now, you know, and so it slips off like pretty easily. And
Yikes.
it's actually this like bright, gleaming silver metal. It's a platinum ring that's worth 15 gold pieces.
Whoa. Cool. I'll mark it down, but we can all, we can share.
Okay. Well, I say then to the lot of you, what would you like to do? You're going to return back to the village, having killed this your nemesis here, this adversary?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we need to
I
bring
think
back
so.
evidence?
We did what we came to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think as we come back, like the badmen will be like, "We did it!" Like frolicking into the village, like very loudly.
Okay, excellent. And I think as you come frolicking in, I'm sorry, guys, we have some like technical difficulties with the cameras. Don't panic. But I think as you all come frolicking back into the village, Beckett is there, Alis is there. I think that there's like a great deal of like gratitudes exchanged, and perhaps we see like the ship of the Dragonfly itself as the professor and Doc kind of bring it down to land at the like border of the town. No need to remain so far now that these people, you've solidified your relationship with them as your allies. And I think that is where we will leave our adventure tonight.
Oh my god!
How was that?
Oh,
Was that all right, you
so
It
guys?
was
great.
so scary for everyone
That was
who
scary
wasn't
for a
me
second.
because I sustained no damage, but everybody else, like that was really scary for.
Yeah, I saw 2 minutes into the future, and I thought I was
Yeah.
gonna die.
You
Yeah.
were like
That was
regular
scary.
Chris Johnson
that
over there.
those 2
Yeah.
minutes,
Happening
those
now.
6
Yeah, it's
seconds
happening
into the
now.
future.
Oh my god. Oh my
Um,
goodness.
I always get like the frantic momentum happening when I'm on these streams, right? And like sometimes I get going too fast for myself. I like forget stuff and all this. It happens like I think to all of us as DMs from time to time. Probably not Grace, but you know.
Oh, no, 100% me.
Yeah,
Where you're like, there's so many like, oh, the moonbeam, and then
Yeah, the
everything's
moonbeam and
happening at once.
the
Yeah.
but nevertheless, this was a really fun night. I enjoyed this. I hope it was cool. We'll pick back up next week. You guys will still be in the village of Banton. The Dragonfly is here. It's up to you what you want to do. You get to take Alice, put him on the ship, and fly away. You're gonna go meet the like imperial royal family. I don't know. But I'll be prepared for either thing. That's fantastic. Taylor's consistency across all of her characters for hating nobility is just like
It's
remarkable.
amazing.
Yeah, it's
It's
remarkable.
the one like my personal like character flaw that,
That you just can't.
is across the board.
Yeah, you
Like,
can't divorce from any of your fictional interpretations. I
Yeah.
love it. Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you all for being here tonight. I'm really glad that I didn't petrify you or paralyze you or confuse you, Grace. But I got the rest of these guys pretty good. What's going on with everybody? How about I start with you, Zed? What's going on with you? Where can people find you? What should they be looking for?
They can find me here playing with you. They can find me podcasting with Grace. And they can find me podcasting with Josh. So I think the things will all get repeated. Yeah, Tuesdays here, Sundays at 6 here, Saturday mornings, Final Fantasy VIII drops. Sometime during the week, the Pose podcast drops in the Post Show Recaps patron feed at patreon.com/Post Show Recaps. That's all I got.
Awesome. That's probably plenty. How about you, Taylor?
Nothing much at the moment. Ronnie422 on Twitter, Ronnie422 _ on Instagram. Really trying to get myself streaming soon. I would like to stream consistently some sort of video game of some sort, so keep your eye out for that.
Yeah, cool. We will. You'll be hosted here whenever you go live. What about you, Josh? What's going on with you?
I am the knight. Sorry, I had to. I'm really sorry.
Josh recently made a hard career transition. He's now a full-time podcaster. So yeah.
That's the move. Yeah. This is the first week of that, and it is both terrifying and awesome as it should be. That's my company line. I keep saying that.
Way to be, yeah.
That is the line that is like the truth, and also just like the log line I'm giving to mask just how terrified I am. But it's great. I'm really hyped about it. I think we've got a lot of really fun things happening in the post-show recaps universe, the aforementioned podcasts about Final Fantasy that Zed and I do, the Pose show recaps from Zed and Grace, Dungeons and Dragons in Discord that we're doing, Rich. Just to name a few, we've got the Lost podcast. We've got a 24 podcast launching very, very soon, which is going to be stupidly fun. There's a lot going on. Anyone who is watching this and is interested in getting in on the fun, it's a really fun way to interact with all of us on this stream. We're all like super available and down to meet new friends and everything. So consider signing up. Patreon.com/Post Show Recaps. That's the spiel.
You should do it. It's the coolest place on the internet. It really is the best. Grace, how about you?
I'm at Twitter at Hi from Grace. The Pose show recaps, as has been mentioned, and I do a podcast called Hold Up, where we look back at LGBTQ media from the past, 15, 20 years, see if it holds up. At Hold Up Podcast 1P on Twitter.
Cool. Go follow Grace. Listen to the stuff she's doing. I am having a crazy busy week. Our friends at Sabotage the DM. It's their 1-year anniversary. I'm doing a bunch of collaboration with them. I ran a City of Mist game with them on Monday. I will be there Thursday at 5:30 p.m. for a DM moot. I'm going to have a DM council with a bunch of other DMs that I've never worked with. So we're just going to talk a little bit about stylistically, like what we do, why we do it, what's fun about it, where the joy is. Bounce some ideas around around. Friday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, I will be running a one-page RPG with those guys called The Witch is Dead, along with our friend Aiden from Post Show Recaps. He's going to come join us as they are across the pond.
Nice.
And it's a really
great.
fantastic game. You're a bunch of fairy, like woodland animals who are the familiars of a beautiful witch who got killed by a horrible witch hunter. And now we need to hunt him down and rip out his eyes because maybe it will bring our witch back to life. But if not, at least that son of a bitch is dead.
Wow.
Oh, it's even better than that. I'll send you the page, Josh. You should check this one out. It's going to be
Yeah,
good.
no, I love that description.
It's gonna be
That's
cool.
9 a.m. Friday morning, 1 p.m. Saturday afternoon. I will be back in space as we are going to be doing a crossover with our Dragonfly right here. Some of the folks from this show are going to be playing with some of the folks from Sabotage the DM. They have specifically made a couple of third level characters to put in space that might be able to turn up along the road
That's really
down
cool.
the line in this game with us. So I'm really excited about that. And yeah. Then Sunday, Monday, Tuesdays, I'm doing my stuff here. Kings of Neon, Firelight Tales, which got crazy last night. And, of course, this show, Dragonfly. Things are getting busy. Podcasts are getting recorded. Streams are getting done. Thank you guys all for stopping by and hanging out. I was glad to have you here, Professor. Aiden, I'm psyched for Friday. It's going to be a blast. All of you guys who did D&D the musical, you're heroes, you're legends, you're incredible people. And I think that's all I have to say. So good night. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Nice.
Bye.
Bye.